Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the nasty stuff.
Happy Friday, Nasty Rinos. What a weekend we got. World Series starts tonight. Blue Jays taking on the Dodgers of Los Angeles in Toronto. Of course, the Oilers' 2 road games coming up, both the beloved 8 p.m. starts at Seattle tomorrow, at Vancouver on Sunday. Kraken play-by-play voice Everett Fitzhugh is going to join us later in the show. He's always fun to talk to. Great guy. And the Edmonton Elks end their regular season tonight against Calgary. Of course, the Elks not going to the playoffs. They can get a win to exceed last season's win total, and they can also try to mock it up for Calgary. Now, BC has the inner track towards hosting the West semifinal, but the Elks can mess it up a little bit for Calgary by getting a win tonight. Just some of the things we'll be talking about. Oh, there was also a very crazy Oilers game last night, wasn't there? We're going to have Jay Milne, who's usually here to my left, joining us in a bit. He was at an event from 10 o'clock until 3 this afternoon, so it just wrapped up. So he'll be rolling in. He'll let us know what he and Matthew Iwanek we're doing. And those two guys are going to be on the stream here tonight on Edmonton Sports Talk, setting up the Elks game. So it's a 7:30 Elks game against Calgary, Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. And we'll have the Green and Gold kickoff show at 6:30, and then the final Green and Gold post-game show after the game. For the Oilers coverage, 7 o'clock, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, both Saturday and Sunday with Tom Gazzola. And then, of course, he's on after the game as well to break down whatever happens. We'll also talk about the Blue Jays, the World Series, with our buddy Jeff Krushell, who former employee of the Blue Jays and very knowledgeable on baseball. So we want to get his perspective of the Blue Jays being in the series. And we'll probably have some other fun things happen along the way involving some of my colleagues who are going to pop in and out here over the course of the program. The Coob is here as well. Zachary Kubish is at the technical desk. Benny's going to have some blind rankings, and Hernan's going to help me with that today as well. Coob, how are you doing, my young friend?
I'm doing great, Reid. It's a great day here in sports. Elks wrapping up their season. Benny and Trev will be down there at the tailgate as well, giving out some chips, have their EST booth set up. There might be some cornhole action as well that you could be a part of. But watching the game yesterday, man, I was so enthralled. Like, I just sat there after and was honestly shocked of the outcome of it and just went, wow. And like had to take a second to process what happened in the Oilers game. Busy day here at EST. Lots of great people in today. DVD was on the hangout earlier today, as well as Daniel Nugent-Bowman. So it was a fun time around the office today. Excited for the show as well.
All right. Well, I hope you are. Thank you very much for saying that. Happy to hear from you this afternoon. We have plenty of things to discuss. First of all, you can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com or jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Want to remind you as well, that's also where you can send your nominations for the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, a really fun segment. We did our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week yesterday with Carter Kettle, U of A Golden Bears receiver, who's probably going to be playing in the Canadian Football League in 2 or 3 years. That was cool to have him on the show. You can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. That is presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. And you can chat in the Nasty Chat. That's the chat stream going on YouTube. First of all, if you are on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to Edmonton Sports Talk, what are you waiting for? A zebra stampede? Get in there and subscribe. And also, click the thumbs up. Give us a like. We want to get to 100 likes every show. Don't delay. It's Friday. If you put it off, you might forget about it. Click it now.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. So hopefully that song continues to be a guiding inspiration. Are we? Somebody just put in the nasty chat. Great cameo in Dusty's Blue Jays video. Are we going to play the video later, Coop?
I have it on deck, so we could play it. Yes.
Can we play it right now?
If you give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Yeah, we might as well just play it right now. We're doing it now. We're doing it live. We like to do periodically, and I think we're going to try to do them more regularly. We like to, what are we calling them? EST shorts?
Yes.
They're not shorts that we wear. They're short videos. I did one when I got hired. We did an interview that Dustin had with me. What was the one we did a couple weeks ago? Oh, just the checking in with EST. I sort of hosted that one.
That was a really fun one.
Updated some people of things going around the office. So we did, with Dustin's leadership here, a sort of primer for the younger people. So we had a golden era of Blue Jays baseball, 92-93, back-to-back World Series. Now they're in the World Series for the first time since then. So older people like me are always recalling the previous teams, right? And
yes.
People your age are like, what are they talking about? I don't care about these old teams. I want to enjoy now. I want to enjoy both.
It's old news, Reid.
I want to see them win the World Series, and I want to recall them winning the World Series. So now, if you're on the audio stream, this will still make sense to you because it's mostly talking. I think you'll recognize the voices in it. So what did we call this?
Blue Jays 101. It's in session.
Blue Jays 101. Here it is.
Well, the Toronto Blue Jays are back in the World Series. Everybody's excited about it. Some people are calling them Canada's team, but we have a few young guys here at Edmonton Sports Talk who don't know anything about the history of the Toronto Blue Jays. So welcome to Blue Jays 101. Zach! Yeah? Okay, Zach, we're just going to start with something simple here, okay? Which Blue Jays pitcher closed games for the team in 1992 but wasn't on the team in 1993? Hankin? Are you saying Hanky? Hankin. Is that Hankin or Hanky? Hanky? I don't think I'm hearing you properly. Are you saying Hanky with an E at the end? I'm saying Hankin.
I think I can help with this Hankin and Hanky thing.
Okay, please do.
It's a soft J off the top.
Yeah, that's not it.
I think Trev's right with the soft J thing. It's like for Juan Guzman.
First of all, it's not Guzman, okay? It's Juan Guzman, and he had a blue glove, and he had a jerry curl, and he was incredible. Reid, come here.
You called, Skipper?
Which Blue Jay had a blue glove back in the day?
Guzman.
And what type of hair did he have?
Oh, the Jerry curl.
See? It's not that hard. You guys should know this.
Cut it off just a little short because there might have been an R-rated word near the end. Well, there is actually.
Yeah.
But that's a little teaser of it. So where's the full thing? On YouTube?
On any of our
YouTube
social
channel?
media platforms, on YouTube.
On Instagram. Instagram, on Twitter. What else?
Facebook
Is it on,
as well?
What's that?
Facebook.
Is it on TikTok?
I don't believe that.
Is it on Hot House? Is it on Hot House?
It might be on MySpace.
Is it on Strict Bill?
No. It might be a Netflix special for the next.
It's going to be a
EST.
Netflix special.
Yeah, it's only 2.5
extra
minutes.
download. You know what that video is actually going to be? It's going to be extra downloadable content in the new Grand Theft Auto game.
Yes.
Yeah,
DLC is what they call it. Yes. Usually you have to pay for that.
Well, yeah, you will. You got to pay.
Yeah.
You're going to pay to download that video. So anyway, we had some fun with that Blue Jays 101. That was a good chunk of the video. It's fun. Did you like doing that?
I loved it.
Did you learn anything about the older Blue Jays teams?
Yeah, it's Guzman, not Guzman. And
it is
that Tom
Guzman.
Cheek said, touch them all, Joe.
Tom Cheek, play-by-play. Yeah, very famous. All right, so that was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed doing those little videos. How fun was that hockey game last night, everybody? Oh, my goodness. The best games always end 6-5, right? The Oilers were, I thought, pretty thoroughly outplayed most of the evening. They somehow crafted a 3-1 lead, and then the Canadiens finally got it going with 3 goals in less than 2 minutes late in the second period. The Oilers rallied thanks to the power plays I know we've been talking off and on all day here on EST about the officiating last night. Yes, the Oilers had way more power plays. Yes, there were a couple of calls against the Canadiens that you could question. I quite frankly don't question the Josh Anderson unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. You show up a ref like that, you are rolling the dice. And he showed up a ref with the mocking stick tapping on the ice, and he got rung up for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Too bad, so sad. Like, if you don't want to risk taking a penalty like that, don't do stuff like that. Calm down in the moment. But several issues for the Oilers. Offense and defense, I guess. I thought the goaltending, I thought Calvin Pickard played his butt off and made some great saves, even though he gave up 5. So I wouldn't really put too much on him last night. But they continued to look, I'll use their word. They talk, we got to play connected. We got to play connected. Well, they look disconnected. They look slow. They certainly were sloppy with the puck. I thought it was a particularly bad night for Bouchard, and Nurse had some pretty big gaffes as well, though I don't want to act like I'm letting the other players off the hook because I think everybody was responsible to some extent. Here's how the scrum started last night with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I jumped in there with the first, well, it wasn't even the first question. I made a little comment, and Nuge knew exactly what I was getting at.
There's an old saying that you should never critique victory. Having said that,
you can do that for this one. We found a way to get ourselves a lead in the second, and then all of a sudden we just stopped playing for a bit, and that's a high-powered team that you give them looks and let them feel good. They're going to capitalize, and just wasn't good enough. We took advantage. We got some power plays at the end that we scored on, and then a really big one there by Pods. Just good battle. I thought we started to push at the end, but I would say for most of the game, just not our standard.
It was a nice moment for Podkolzin, his first goal of the season. Of course, his dad passed away during the preseason, and we're going to feature him a little bit later on here in the Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment. But yeah, really not an impressive performance by the Oilers. Now, they got the win. Yes, it's still very early in the season. They do nose over 500 to 4-3-1, but they continue, in my mind, just to be off. And I'm wondering how much of this is fixable and how much of this might be just that perhaps, especially up front, maybe they don't have the speed or the talent to really push the pace and be a team that can offensively roll over line after line and hem other teams in, keep the puck alive in the offensive zone, and generate a ton of chances. I know I have colleagues here at Edmonton Sports Talk who don't agree with me, like Tom Gazzola. I'm sure many of you don't agree with me. I have concerns about the forward group, though the group, not every individual player, perhaps how they perform as a group or how some of the players might be holding the group back. We'll see how it continues to develop. Chris Knobloch, the head coach of the team, last night was asked about how the team just seems to be struggling with the simple art of passing the puck.
Just a simple execution of a pass is it's either confidence or just maybe not having confidence or maybe overconfidence. Overconfidence, holding on to that puck too long, looking for a better play, and then that closes, and then you're forced to have a hope play rather than seeing something moving it quick, and then it gives the next guy a little more time to make a play. And I just think we're just not connected, and that's coaching staff to get that organized and have them playing together. But we need to execute those plays a little bit better.
Yeah, not connected, not executing, not reading off each other. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're going to text me and email me and post in the Nasty Chat, and I don't object to it. Well, how can they be connected and play together if Knobloch switches the lines up as often as he does? That's fair. I just want to acknowledge there is another side of this argument. These are professional hockey players. They all know when the game starts. They all know how plays should work and what they are supposed to do. So I think Knobloch is saying, if you don't appear ready to go and aren't into the game initially, I'm going to move you off a line. And in some cases, that might feel like a demotion. or if somebody appears to be doing the proper things with the puck and playing with the appropriate energy, he's going to move that person up in the lineup. I get both sides of the argument. I don't mind having a coach who isn't afraid to tinker. I do fear it's gotten a little excessive lately, but I don't think Knobloch's going to change. I think this is how he has decided to coach. I think this is the way he keeps players, I don't necessarily want to say on edge. And I know we've been discussing, and Tom went into it last night about, the new era of coaching, and you don't yell at players, and maybe you don't always bench players, or you can't discipline players the way you used to. But the coach still wields power, and that power is he decides who goes out on the ice with who and how often. And with the forwards, he's certainly not afraid to move people around. I mean, Trent Frederick played the first game and a half or so with McDavid and Draisaitl. Now he gets the 11th most ice time out of the 12 forwards on the team. So he does make changes. I get why you might say they are too often for some of you, and I've felt that at times too, where it's like, I didn't think that guy was doing bad. Why is he off that line? But nonetheless, I think whether he's been tinkering with the lines or not, this isn't a team that that is passing well, that is consistent, that is getting in there and grinding. Do I think they're capable of doing a better job? Yes. Do I think some of the players are capable of doing a much better job? I don't. And again, I wonder how much that's going to hold the team back. As I said coming into the season, there is a goal deficit from last season. Okay? They lost a lot of goals. Now, the hope was maybe, Mangiapane and Frederick make up for the 31 goals that Arvidsson and Jeff Skinner scored. And both those guys were kind of underwhelming last season. How much could Howard score? How much could Savoy score? How much more could McDavid score in terms of the goal department? Right now, it doesn't look like he's going to score more than last season, but clearly he could crank it up. But they're disjointed on the attack, and then in a game like last night, it's made worse because they're playing campfire defense. Sit around and watch, or turn the puck over and then don't recover well enough, or get pushed out of the way in front of the net and then turn around and slash the guy after the whistle who just scored, and then you get a penalty, which is what Bouchard did. So nonetheless, they eked out the victory. It was certainly exciting in the rink, incredible atmosphere, a lot of very enthusiastic Canadian fans. They're off to a great start, and Oilers fans are always great and enthusiastic. So we'll talk more about this, and we have some new audio today as well from Chris Knobloch to when we get to the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel a little bit later on. All right, it's that time of day. We got to bring you the afternoon headlines. They, of course, are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Chances were on the cheap last night at Rogers Place. 11 goals? What is this, 1987? Russian boy Vasily Podkolzin put home the winner. You're one of us now, comrade. World Series tonight. Sky Dome? Which is it? Retractable? What is it? A toothbrush or a baseball stadium? The Elks take on the Cowtown Crew tonight at Commonwealth. The Elks are out of it, so you gotta play spoiler, boys. Hey, Dickinson, here's a fly in your ointment. Speaking of ointment, my brother-in-law's back is killing him from carrying all that debt. I'm Chet Palmer.
I didn't think we'd hear. I didn't think he'd mention his brother in that one, but I'm glad to hear that he's got some ointment to try and take care of that debt. That's good. On cheap, hey? Unlike them beers, huh? Oh, I love Chet Palmer.
Well,
I wish he could be in for a full hour.
I'm sure he loves you as too. I'm sure he loves you as well.
I hope he does.
I think he's a very loving man. I'm not sure
he knows about me. He knows about a lot of things.
Oh, he knows about you, Coop. I think he's very well informed on your general existence. That was the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. All right. What are we going to do here? Oh, yeah, we got to do the off-topic topic. For William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 45-36. I got to thank Ben Thompson for coming up with the off-topic topic today. Here's the question. What would you sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win the World Series? So what would you give up that would guarantee the Blue Jays would win the World Series? How far would you go with your own life and or possessions?
Wow.
For the Blue Jays to win the World Series?
Maybe a crisp $5 bill.
So you really don't care. That's what you're saying.
I see the excitement around town, and I got to say, this is the first time that I get to experience this in my life, the Blue Jays being in the World Series. I wasn't around until 10 years after their last championship, so it's a bit different to see how Canada is rallying behind the Blue Jays. I saw it with the Raptors, which was fantastic, but I have no connection to this team from out east. I've never even been to Toronto.
You've never even heard of the Blue Jays?
What?
Until the playoffs started.
Well, I mean, maybe if it was a cool Blue Jay in my backyard. But
right.
No,
so your Coob's not that invested.
I'm not too invested.
I don't know if I would feel the need to sacrifice anything in my own life to see the Blue Jays win. I don't know. Maybe I'd sacrifice my Blue Jays hat. But that's a nice hat, though. It makes an appearance in the Blue Jays 101 video. Yeah, it is in the video. But this is why we want to know. What would people sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win? Nate the Builder in the Nasty Chat says, my firstborn son.
Oh.
That is amazing.
Is that Benny?
I think that is Benny.
Awesome. Sleep. That's a good one.
Somebody else says
Supersized Indiana Jones.
Yeah, pretty good. Dirty Don texting in 780-218-9999 River Crew Resort and Casino afternoon inbox. He says, I bet Pickard wants that third goal back, Reid. That was the Caulfield stick handling goal. To me, if there was if there's one goal that I would think Pickard wanted back, I would actually say Caulfield's second goal because it was a little more from distance. I get that. I get that Pickard came off the post and Caulfield tucked it in, but I'm also thinking that's elite stick handling.
Yeah,
that is elite stick handling, and Pickard's probably at that point thinking like, okay, he's not going back that direction one more time, and then he goes back. I mean, sometimes you gotta honor how good some of these skilled players are. But I mean, fair comment, Don. I mean, I guess you could make that argument that if a goalie's off his post, he shouldn't be there. He's got to stay on his post. But I also think that was an incredible goal. But really, again, I thought Pickard overall had a good game. I guess when you let in 5, you can try to look at 1 or 2 that you might question. But at times he wasn't getting a lot of help. But no, fair discussion for sure.
I thought he kept the Oilers in the game one.
Absolutely.
In that first 30 minutes of play, he was making some fantastic saves, like taking shot. He was blocking them, and his rebound control was pretty good as well. I thought he had a great performance overall, and then they potted 3 goals in 2 or so minutes, did the Habs. And I don't know, going back to Caulfield's first goal, I was in awe watching that. I thought it was just a goal scorer's goal. Like, he's so lethal in every facet of the game. He knows how to score. He can shoot from far out, which he did, and then make those plays in tight. So as a goaltender, like for Pickard to get flack on that, I don't think that's entirely accurate in my opinion. I wouldn't say he would want that one back, but there's for sure a lot of things going in his mind seeing an elite player like that.
I thought he had a really good game. And again, I think on the whole, the Oilers' goaltending has been above average or very good if you look at the first 8 games. All right. Jay Milne is going to be rolling in here. We're going to get a couple other colleagues in. Hernan Salas and Ben Thompson are ready to rock and roll. Jay's play of the day. We'll do Jay's play of the day at 4 today. Usually we do it around 3:40. We're going to do that at 4 o'clock today. Here's the Coob with a sports update.
Toronto's team, the Blue Jays, open up the World Series at home against the Dodgers. Bo Bichette starts at second base, returning from a knee sprain that's kept him out since early September. Ty France has also been added to the roster in place of Yariel Rodriguez. It's Trey Savage to start at Blake Snell for LA. first pitch at 6 o'clock. And in Buffalo, the Leafs and Sabres battle. Morgan Riley out of the game for Toronto with an undisclosed injury. We also see the Caps and Blue Jackets matching up before Calgary plays Winnipeg. In other NHL news, Lucas Reichel has been traded from the Blackhawks to the Canucks in exchange for a 2027 fourth-round pick from E-Town. It's the Elks battling the Stampeders in their season finale. Catch the Green and Gold kickoff show. Matawanek, Jay Milne preview the action. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on EST. And down south, San Francisco's Brock Purdy and Ricky Krushell have been ruled out of this weekend's game against the Texans. Purdy with a toe injury, Krushell with a knee injury. Mac Jones to get the start. In NBA action, there's 2 games on tap. The Raptors scrapping the Bucks at 4:30 in Toronto's home opener. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. After the break, it's Benny's Blind Rankings here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
It's okay for people to refer to the Blue Jays as Canada's team.
I think it is. My reasoning behind it is because a lot of people don't really pay attention. They won't even watch Jays in 30. But, like, my wife is caught up in it right now.
My wife as well.
So we're planning on watching the Jays game. This is great. I love it.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help?
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Must you click? Click. Must you click?
There is the Thumb Click remix is put together by Zach Kubish, reminding you to click the thumbs up button if you're taking us in on YouTube. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we appreciate that as well. What you can do on YouTube, if you've already clicked the thumbs up, you can click the share button and copy the show link and send it off to somebody else and say, hey, watch and or listen to Edmonton Sports Talk. These guys have a good time. And we talk a lot of Oilers, we talk a lot of Elks, we talk all the other big stories like the World Series coming up tonight. This is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, who will be here soon.
Soon.
So I've coerced a couple of my other colleagues to be in this next section with me. Hernan Salas from EST Afternoons. Hello, Hernan.
Hi. How are you?
And new employee Ben Thompson is here. I'm always going to call you a new employee. Even like in 15 years.
Hey, where's that new kid? Yeah. Where's my coffee?
16 years
Bring
in.
me a cup of Joe.
Lemon pepper Benny.
Oh, yeah, you do like the lemon pepper. Do you put lemon pepper on everything?
No, just the chicken, but I happen to have this chicken quite a bit. So that's a new nickname going around the office. For the people that are listening, I have lemon pepper chicken pretty much every lunch. And just because it's easy. Like, it's just so easy to, like, you buy the Walmart bags, it's cut up for you, just throw in the microwave for 3 minutes and it's good.
Would you do it with chicken and waffles?
All right,
though?
guys, we're not doing a lemon pepper conversation. Okay, we're done. It's done.
I'll ask you that after.
It was a side note. It wasn't a full segment. All right.
I love lemon pepper wings.
Thank you. Thank you. Back to lemon pepper.
How do they make it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they grow them. They grow lemon peppers in the Mediterranean. Yeah. I want to do the Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment, guys. For Alberta Blue Cross, every great place starts with courage. Alberta Blue Cross is proud to support Albertans through all of life's meaningful moments. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you. I think we got to give this one to Vasily Podkolzin, who scored his first goal since the passing of his father.
First of all, thank you guys for all support I got on a social media and like everywhere. Thank you, Oilers, for letting me be with my family through this tough time. And I've been in touch with the guys from the team every day, and they ask if they care about me. And I felt heck of support from them. And just thank you guys. Thank you to the fans. It's pretty sad, and it's big, like, huge loss for me and for my family. But right now, just playing is with a good memory of him, and just make him proud every day. And
so, Hernan, you were in the dressing room last night, and when he said "you guys," he was really addressing the fans. And then talked about his teammates. He obviously felt really supported. So you came in with the dressing room to do for the post game.
Yeah.
Could you just tell people what you saw before that scrum started?
Yeah, because they were with another player. Vasily was at his stall waiting because he knew he was being requested. And then I think there's one media member that, again, I just heard Vasily say, yeah, that's okay. So I'm pretty sure the media member asked him, hey, it's okay if we bring up, and I think that's the right way to do it. And very sad, but he scored a big goal. He won the game for them. And you see this a lot in sports. Players that lose someone, it's always brought up because they do something special, right, on the field or on the ice or on the hard court. Great answer. You can tell he was emotional.
Yeah.
And kudos to that media member. I won't name him, but it's the courtesy, right? It's checking in and making sure it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some players might not want to talk about it or might not trust that they wouldn't get overly emotional in that moment. So I thought that was handled well. I thought his comments were very genuine, very, very from the heart, very respectful, very, very grateful. I thought, and I think that's really cool that he noted, like, on social media, that he saw positivity in that situation, I guess, but he saw support, he saw sympathy, he saw empathy from Oilers fans. So that's, I think, a credit to Oil Country.
And not just that, like, afterwards they asked him about his goal, and he goes, well, I'm not Malkin. And, like, he was having, like, he was able to kind of turn that off and then kind of just, throw a bit of a joke in there. So, I mean, he's a very likable player, Reid and Benny.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to like Vasily Podkolzin.
Yeah, well, and Knobloch praised him last night that he puts other players with Podkolzin to help them.
Yeah.
Like, I like, he's a good hockey player.
Yeah.
Will he score a ton? I'm still not sure about that. Like, I'd love it if he could get into the mid-teens.
Yeah.
I hope that's there. I don't know.
Me too.
I know he was there a few years ago with Vancouver, but he plays. I mean, you know how we use that phrase, he plays the right way, which gets overused a little bit, but it's almost as if he's a really good technical hockey player.
Yeah.
Like, he knows where to go. He's never out of position. He'll block a shot. He'll take a hit. He'll give a hit. He's strong along the boards. It's like he's just like a technician out there.
He's a coach's favorite player is, like, the way to describe him to me. Like, he's, like, just a guy that works his tail off at any time. Is going to give you everything he's got. Not a liability in any of the zones on the ice. Yeah, he's a great player.
He gets it. Yep. He gets it.
Yeah. So and if a little more offense comes, then I mean you really got something, which would be good to see. Okay, so Benny's here for his blind rankings. So Hernan, you're subbing in for Jay. So we're gonna make this our afternoon debate for Edmonton Garrison. the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, accepting registration now for Thursday night men's curling league. Plus, book your Bonspiel for the upcoming season and get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. EGM Golf for more details. They got all the curling stuff there as well. So the blind rankings. Well, Benny, this is your baby. You can explain. This and lemon pepper is what you're known for.
Oh, just bread and butter. Today's blind rankings is I have a topic, and there's 5 slots, and the guys are going to try to rank these next 5 things that fit under this topic in the proper order. The game is they don't know what's coming next. So people that don't know, that's blind rankings. So
let's do this.
Today's topic is going to be all-time home runs hit by a single player.
Do you need paper, Ron?
Yeah, I do.
Or you can have Chet's script.
Oh,
thank you.
There you go.
I'm going to take home and frame this.
So today's topic is going to be home runs hit all time by singular players in the World Series.
All career.
Career World Series home runs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Career
World Series home runs.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Ooh, this is a good one.
It's kind
and from what range did you take the guys?
This is off a top 25 list. Okay. So I'm not throwing you any duds.
Wow,
here.
this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be fun.
You guys got to test the ball.
I'm trying to think back. There would be some players who hit a lot of home runs
because they've been in the World Series
regular.
Bunch.
But there'd also be some guys who hit a lot of regular season home runs that
struggled.
Maybe weren't even in the World Series, especially when there were only 2 or 4 teams making the playoffs.
Yep.
Okay, this is good.
Alrighty, I'll lead you off with Reggie Jackson.
Well, he hit a few. He hit 3 in one game, I think, on 3 pitches. But how often? Oh, I think he would.
I'm going number 3 for Reggie. His friends called him Reg.
They did. Yeah. That's why we call him that.
I'm putting him at 3.
Because how many would have he been in? And he was in with, I think he was in some with Oakland. I'm going to put him 2. You know what? I'm going to put Reggie Jackson.
I'm on to you, Benny.
Okay.
I'm on to you.
Okay.
I'm putting Reggie Jackson 2.
2. Okay. George Springer.
George Springer, World Series home runs.
Springer Dinger.
Now, how he was in
Houston.
Was he in with Houston?
Yeah, because the LA guest we had called him a cheater.
Yeah, they hate all the Astros guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not just a lot of people. Like, I got a buddy who hates Altuve. And I was like, and he's a huge Blue Jays fan. And I was like, wasn't Springer on that team? And my buddy's like, I don't know, I can't remember. They just blocked it out.
I'm putting Springer 5.
So am I. I don't think he's played enough World Series games. Okay. But he's in the top 25, though.
He is in the top 25.
Crazy.
But I'm still putting him 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Hernan there.
Okay. Babe Ruth.
Baby.
Yeah. Babe Ruth probably hit quite a few.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh, man. This is good.
Babe Ruth, you say?
Yeah.
Who might potentially be ahead of him? Oh, man. I'm going 1. I'm gonna go out on a limb and go 1. I'm gonna say he's still the guy.
I still
No, that might be dumb though. Oh, I think I messed this up putting Reggie Jackson 2.
I'm gonna put I think Babe Ruth's 1 too.
Might. Well, I'm gonna. Can I change my mind?
Yeah.
I'm putting Babe Ruth 3.
locked.
I'm putting Babe Ruth 3 now.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna regret it because I think I put Reggie Jackson too high.
Okay.
Career World Series home runs. 2 of the 3. Well, Jackson played on other teams because Jackson was for sure in it with Oakland. That's why I put him.
I think we screwed this up.
Wasn't Jackson?
No, there's no way.
Wasn't Jackson on the Oakland 3-peat team from 72 to 74? Some baseball historian will remember in the Nasty Chat. We're doing.
Where do you have
season.
Reggie now?
2. I still have Reggie 2. I put in Babe 3.
Yeah.
I initially was saying 1.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman.
4. Putting Freeman 4.
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
How many did he play in another one? Dodgers, obviously. Was
and
he
Braves.
With
I think
Braves?
was he on the Braves?
He wasn't on the Braves.
He wasn't?
He was.
He was. I'm putting him 4.
I'm putting him 2.
Oh wow, this is awesome. My next guy has to be number 1. Oh, it's just gonna be like
It's top 25, so this is
gonna be like,
it can't be anyone bad.
It's gonna be like Pipsqueak Pasquale. There's a couple guys I'm banking on this meeting, or else I'm screwed.
Okay. Mikey Mantle.
Mickey.
It's Mickey. Oh,
okay.
That's who I was. That's who I was hoping you were gonna say. And I'm putting him one.
I thought it was Mickey too. I'm like, there's no way.
No, it's Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
Damn it, I lost because I have him at 4.
Okay, you guys want me to go from
Mantle was a remarkable hitter.
Yes.
And he played, I think in his career, he played in the World Series a ton. So I'm comfortable. You know what? I'm quite comfortable with my list now. Mantle's number 1. I was hoping he was going to say Mantle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is the actual list?
So we'll start from the bottom, work our way up. With 6 home runs, Freddie Freeman.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we both had Springer 5. Did you had Springer 5?
Yes.
I can't see the monitor.
Yes.
Need a bigger TV.
Okay. There you go. You can see.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. With 7 home runs, George Springer.
Damn it. Okay, so we were
close.
I wasn't close.
You had
Freeman at 2.
Oh, you had Freeman at 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
With 10 home runs, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah. Oh no.
I hit it.
Okay.
With 15 home runs, Babe Ruth.
Crap.
And with 18 home runs, Mickey Mantle.
Okay. Well, I'm
one.
pretty happy with. I mean, I reversed the 2 and 3 guys, and I reversed the 4 and 5 guys. So I only had one exactly right.
Yeah.
But I was ballpark.
I only got Reggie right. Because when he said Babe Ruth, I didn't think he'd go Mantle. I thought he was going to go with another player.
I was very heavily debating. Like, so
is Mantle number 1 all time?
Mantle is number 1 all time. Babe Ruth is number 2 all time.
Oh, nice.
Your guys' comment about George Springer. This has to be top 25. He's 10. Number 10 all time.
But there'd be several people tied with 7, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Till 14.
What's the top 5? So Mantle has 18.
Mantle
Ruth has 15.
Ruth. Can you guys guess?
Is DiMaggio up there?
He was 9 with 8 home runs.
Big Poppy?
I don't see him.
What about a guy like, I don't know, Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams?
Paul O'Neill's a good one.
Posada?
No.
I don't think Jeter would
Manny
be.
Ramirez?
No. I should pick some of these guys. Okay, well, so number 3 is Yogi Berra.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
4 is Duke Snider.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then an Expos broadcaster, I believe.
Yep. 5 is Reggie Jackson. Tied. I don't even know. Lou Gehrig.
Okay.
Oh, Gehrig, yeah.
Yeah, Gehrig. Frank Robinson, 7.
Okay.
Bill Scarin.
Orioles. I don't know who that is, actually.
Bill Scaron.
That must be an old school player.
Scauron.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Joe DiMaggio. George Springer. Chase Utley.
Utley, who is he on? Was he on the Diamondbacks?
Phillies and the Dodgers.
Oh, right, he was Phillies, of course, yeah.
Yep. Go back here. Yeah. You got Hank Bauer, Goose Goslin.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman, Alex Bregman.
Yeah, he's a current, recent guy.
Corey Seager. Lenny
Dykstra.
Yeah,
Dykstra.
really? Yeah, there you go. Reggie Smith, Roger Maris, Al Simmons, Jock Peterson, Bernie Williams, Johnny Bench.
Oh, so Bernie Williams is
is
the top
there.
25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ellison Howard.
That's incredible.
Sounds like your top 25.
Wow, that is really good.
I was pretty surprised with some of these names. And I was about the number 1 pick. I was thinking about going like, all right, I have Babe Ruth in there. Do I go the actual number 1? Do I put that in this list?
So Freddie Freeman and Springer have a chance to move up the list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they, George Springer's tied for 10th all time in World Series home runs. If he hits 2, or actually, if he hits 2, he will jump up to number 7.
Wow.
All time.
That's amazing. Good list, buddy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good job putting Mantle on there.
Even though I suck.
You did pretty well. We did fine. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us, by the way. Of course, Hernan and Benny checking into the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Taco Tuesday just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse. All day, $3.49, new tacos and quesadillas. After 4 p.m., sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Jay Milne's going to check in probably around 4 o'clock. We'll have his play of the day. We will tee up the Elks and the tailgate a bit when we get back, and the oil understood is ahead for GCL Diesel. Here's the Coop.
Game 1 of the World Series goes at 6 o'clock between the Dodgers and the Jays. Bo Bichette back in the lineup for Toronto. Starting at second base, he's been out since early September with a sprained knee, while Ty France makes his return to the roster in place of Yariel Rodriguez. Estrella Savage to the mound for the Jays. Blake Snell pitching for the Dodgers in a trade. In the NHL, Vancouver acquiring Lucas Reichel from Chicago in exchange for a 2027 fourth-round pick. In 4 games tonight, Buffalo hosting Toronto. Elsewhere, the Flames and Jets drop the puck while the Capitals take on the Blue Jackets. CFL action, the Elks have their season finale at home against the Stampeders. Tune into the Green and Gold kickoff show. Matawanek, J-Milne go live at 6:30 to tee up the action right here on EST. And before that, it's the Red Blacks and Ticats kicking off at 5. In NFL news, Mac Jones gets a start for the 49ers. Brock Purdy out with a toe injury. Ricky Pearsall also sidelined with a knee injury. And for the Eagles, it's A.J. Brown out against the Giants due to a hamstring issue. On the court, the Raptors have their home opener facing the Bucks at 4:30. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, the Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The oil stream.
How much do you think Knobloch feels the pressure to win and build up a steady start? How much pressure do you think he's feeling from management and ownership to make sure they come out of the gates really well, that he is already scrambling and going to the well with those two?
That started from game 1.
I know.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly welcomes one of today's hottest country stars, Dallas Smith.
Like a man.
CCMA award winner, countless chart-topping hits. Dallas Smith, November 1st in the venue.
How do you miss me? Yeah. Baby, how do you miss me?
Hurry, get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Our off-topic topic for William Huff: what would you sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win the Stanley Cup? Or that would be something. That would really be something. That should have been the question. What would you sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win the World Series? For the Blue Jays to win the Stanley Cup, you'd really have... Imagine
that would be a lot of sacrifice.
Imagine if the Blue Jays won the Stanley Cup before the Leafs.
Wow. I like it. I mean, they changed their name or something in 57 years from now.
What would you sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win the World Series?
It's a commissioner's trophy, right?
I think that's what it's called.
I believe it is.
Is that what it's called in baseball?
Yeah, it's got the flags.
Because in the NFL, it's the Lombardi Trophy, and it's the I believe the Larry O'Brien Trophy in the NBA.
That's right.
So now the problem with I think this is a good off-topic topic, and Ben Thompson thought of it today. So really good. What would you sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win the World Series? We got a few submissions, but then Nate the Builder put one in that is hard to beat, in that he would sacrifice his firstborn son, who is Ben Thompson. Nate the Builder is Ben's dad. So I'm not. You could put someone in, but man, oh man, that's incredible. James says, well, at least then someone wearing a Matthews 34 jersey would win a Stanley Cup. Did they not say Gaston and Carter for the first pitches in the first two games? I thought I saw that today. Cito Gaston and Joe Carter.
I did not see that.
I thought I saw that somewhere pop up online today. So that'll be interesting. You know, it's always interesting to have this guy on the show. He's a colleague. He's been on almost every show today. He was on the Nielsen show. He was on the
Lock Shop.
He was on the Hangout for a while. And now he's on the Reid Wilkins show. Lieutenant Eric checking in from Parts Unknown. Lieutenant Eric, it's Reid. How are you doing?
Hi. Thanks for taking my call, Reid.
Oh, yeah. What's on your mind today?
I called before. I don't really listen that often, but it's great to be here. Look, just going to your question, the off-topic topic, like any red-blooded Canadian, I would sacrifice myself.
Your own existence.
I would lay down and let my soul exit to wherever it needs to go for the Blue Jays to win the World Series.
Well, they are
or
Canada's
Stanley
team.
Cup, either or.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We should all be taking a no. This is like Heaven's Gate. We should all be wearing the exact same clothing tonight, Nike high tops, and do whatever we have to do. Drink the Kool-Aid, and that's it. I mean, it's an easy answer. We would all sacrifice our own mortality for the Jays to win the World Series.
Well, there it is.
It's a no-brainer.
That even tops maybe your firstborn son. So that's incredible, Lieutenant Eric. Do you mind if I ask? And thank you for calling in, by the way. Where are you right now? What are you doing? Are you at liberty to disclose that?
Yeah, I'll share I'll drop a pin. I'm in the heart of the affluent borough of Crestwood currently. I'm just coming up on the Crestwood Community League in the curling rink, in my old condominium here, actually, as it were. So I'm making pretty good time. I know I told you I usually stop at a place to refresh myself, but I don't think that's in the cards today. I left a little later than I had planned. So just huffing it, and I tell you, it's too bad that it's not a meaningful game because it's a beautiful day for a football game.
So your ultimate destination is Commonwealth Stadium and the tailgate.
The tailgate first, then entering into Commonwealth Stadium, play Alberta Field, and I'll be all over the place.
Schmoozing, mingling, and
touching. Lots of listening.
Yeah, you're on a listening tour. It's like when there's a new commissioner to a league. He always goes on a listening tour.
I've talked enough today. I will be listening to a lot of people and listening very closely, physically to people. And it's going to be a great... I like the tailgate, and I didn't get out to as many as I'd hoped this summer, so I figured why the hell not?
Mex Bezozu in the nasty chat, he says Candy Cane Lane is in the Crestwood neighborhood. Have you noticed anybody preparing for... or is it Halloween Alley there right now?
Well, I'm past it now. I didn't really take a hard gander, but no, that old street holds a lot. That's where I proposed to my wife. You know, where the Clydesdale, they rack up the stud horses there, and I dropped down to a knee in a pile of horse manure, and I asked her to marry me.
The only way any man should propose, of course.
Right.
So You and I didn't know each other at all until I started working here. Like, we were aware of each other, but I don't think we'd even met casually. So we've had a lot of fun getting to know each other over the last year and a bit. And I'm quite fascinated by the amount of walking that you do. Can you give me some context for, like, do you know how many kilometers you will walk in the average week, and does it change from season to season?
From the month of March this year all the way to September, I was averaging over 10,000 steps per month, hitting as high as 13,000 per month on a good month, and as low as about 10.5 on a bad month. But the last football game I went to, Riders and Elks, I stubbed my big toe somehow, and I fear that I may have broken. Like, it wasn't I didn't have to get a cast, but it really hurt, and then I couldn't walk. So for the month of October, my numbers have dipped. So that's hurt my yearly average. So I'm just over. I mean, I'm still flirting with 10,000 for the year, and I'm hoping to bump it up, the last week of this month and then into November. So,
So 10,000 steps is 8 kilometers, by the way.
Per day.
Per day.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, the Coob dropping some facts there. How about that?
That's quick.
Yeah. All right.
Google's quite the thing.
Well, thanks for calling in while you're walking. This was a nice treat to get to visit with you. Maybe I'll see you at the stadium tonight. And, look, when it comes to stud horses, no one tops you, my friend.
Well, YouTube Trev might have something to say about that, but we'll leave it. I'll see YouTube Trev and Betty in the tailgate. Come see them. They're at the tent. They're doing the Lord's work, and I'll be there around there listening as well if you want to rant. Right on. See you, Lieutenant Eric. Have a good walk. Bye. That's Lieutenant Eric checking in. My goodness, what a nice surprise. What a nice surprise. So he's averaging over 10,000 steps per day. That's what he meant, not per month. People in the we clarified that.
Yeah. He says per month, but at the end of the month, that was his average. Yeah.
Average per day in a month, right?
So and he went up to as far as 13,000, which I searched up. It's over 10 kilometers.
That's prolific. That's prolific walking.
That is I don't think I walk 10 kilometers in 2 weeks.
I think he walks more than anybody else in the city of Edmonton.
I would actually put money on that. If there were lines on Play Alberta for that, I would be the first. Well,
maybe we could get something set up. We're going to have Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta coming up. What would you sacrifice for the Blue Jays to win the series? KR texting in 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino text line says, I would sacrifice all the goats. Every goat on planet Earth. Gone. KR sacrifices them. Blue Jays win the World Series. No, I think he means the animals. Oh. He put it in lowercase. So I think he means the animals. Okay. Yeah, he just means Brady and LeBron. That would be it. That's not going to happen. 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Where has Jay Milne been? You're going to find out in a few minutes. He'll have his play of the day. We have the Oil Understood coming up. Chris Knobloch's going to answer a question about Trent Frederick's struggles, all ahead.
The Lock Shop. And you know what? I think it's time for the Flames to win a game. And I think I'm going to take Calgary. They're going to win a game sooner or later. Is Montreal at Edmonton the next night?
Yeah, Montreal gets Edmonton tomorrow night. So maybe a bit of a look-ahead spot here for the Habs against the Calgary team. I mean, Montreal is definitely a better team than Calgary, but I understand what you're saying. Like, is Calgary just going to keep losing over and over?
They're going to win one of these games. They're feeling it right now.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in-store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Bo Bichette returns for the Blue Jays, starting at second base in Game 1 of the World Series against the Dodgers. He's been out since early September with a sprained knee, while Ty France has been added to the roster in place of Yariel Rodriguez. First pitch goes at 6 o'clock. Trey Savage starting for Toronto. And on the ice, the Sharks dance with the Devils. Washington and Columbus go at it while the Flames take on the Jets with 4 games around the NHL. Elsewhere, the Blackhawks have traded Lucas Reichel to the Canucks for a 2027 fourth-round pick. Football action, the Elks host the Stamps to close out their series at home. Join Manawanek and Jay Milne for the Green and Gold kickoff show, which airs at 6:30 right here on EST. And there's one other game on tap. It's Hamilton facing Ottawa at 5. Down south, Mac Jones gets the start for the 49ers. Brock Purdy out with a toe injury. Ricky Pearsall also sidelined with a knee issue. And for the Eagles, A.J. Brown is out this week against the Giants with a hamstring injury. At home, it's the Raptors with their home opener challenging the Bucks. Tip-off for that one goes at 4:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
He's back. Jay Milne is here. Nice to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you.
It's weird not being around you all day.
Yes.
You've become a part of my life.
Thank you.
Part of my soul.
Good. I think.
Yeah. Why not?
It's good to be seen.
Yeah. So Jay was elsewhere. Well, where were you? I made it sound like we can't discuss it. What were you doing?
Oh, it's top secret meeting down at the Chamber of Commerce headquarters.
He had to serve 5 hours in prison. Just 5 hours. He littered, but just half a gum wrapper. No.
We were at the Small Business Week Chamber of Commerce trade show. So Matthew Iwanek and I had a booth set up, and we were there just to sell EST.
Nice.
That's what we did. We were there to tell the good word of EST, say what we do, how we do it, and why you should be a partner with EST.
So you were, I mean, I guess it was kind of mingling, but you were stationary and just talking as people came by?
Yeah, people would come up to the booth. We'd spin the wheel. They could win socks or a scarf or a pin. And it was great. It was just a networking thing where you're meeting other businesses in Edmonton, like-minded people. And yeah, it was really good. It was fantastic. We had a little bit of a hiccup to start. We had made out these nice cards, like information. Hey, here's all about us. Here's our email. Kind of like an oversized business card, but just giving you some details about what Edmonton Sports Talk is.
Right.
Our good friends at William Huff, who great supporters of Edmonton Sports Talk, made them in a very expedited manner yesterday. They were ready late last night, so they were going to be picked up really early this morning.
Okay.
Aaron, who helps us here at EST, went to pick them up. They were not there. Somebody had taken them.
They were stolen?
They were stolen.
Oh, my God.
So get this. This is at like 8 a.m.
Okay.
Trade show setup's at 9. So we're going back and forth. And guess what? Bruce from William Huff made it a priority, had them printed, and hand-delivered them to the Citadel Theater downtown.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, that's what kind of people you are dealing with when you're dealing with the people at William Huff. Yeah. I can't say enough about the service from those folks, and it's a great family business. It's a great story, so kudos to them. And that really kicked off the great day.
So did you meet anybody? Well, first of all, well said about Bruce and everybody, William Huff. They're awesome. Now, did you meet anybody today that you really connected with? Did you meet somebody that knew a lot about us?
Several people.
Or did you feel people that you educated about us?
Some you had to educate, yeah, but some quite a lot of people knew about us. We met the owners late in the day of that pub bus. You know, they pedal bike pub. Yeah. Beautiful people. I expect to hear more from them on EST. Some great possible hotel partners for EST, as we have a large reach, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of minor hockey teams or coaches of that listen to Edmonton Sports Talk that come to Edmonton either for tournaments or Oilers or Elks or what have you. It'd be fun to have an official hotel of Edmonton Sports Talk.
That would be neat.
Right?
And a place for us to stay if we needed.
Well, you never know when Mrs. Glue's going to tell me to hit the bricks.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's really cool. That is very cool.
Kidding. She loves
Maybe we could do a show from the pedal pub.
There were discussions.
I don't know if you and I don't know how much you and I would pedal though.
First question that was asked was how many people can the pedal pub fit? And it can fit up to 14. So we're good.
So you and I would, because if you and I were physically exerting ourselves during a show, the show would sound.
Yeah, I don't know how it actually works. Like if you're actually pedaling like like if everybody's
or is there
helping.
A little secret motor under there?
I think we could probably put Coob on. Put the young guys up front. Get them pedaling the hardest. But that would be fun. So that's kind of what happens at days and things like this. So I came back with a stack of business cards of people that are really interested in hearing more about EST, which is a great day.
Oh, good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing that.
Well, hey, thanks for carrying the show for the first hour.
Originally, I was told probably by Wannock, Jay's not doing the show on the 24th. And I was like, why not?
He told me to take the rest of the day off.
Yeah. Well,
but I can't.
Tonight.
I can't.
So you might as well come in and host the show.
Well, yeah, I could have went home and saw my family.
They'll be there tomorrow.
They will.
Yeah,
and actually, by the time I would have got home, they would have already been leaving because they're going to watch the Pandas play basketball tonight.
Oh, right. And then you would have had to come back to do
and then I would have had to come back.
You might as well just be here.
Reid, I went and got us a bag of chips, and I showed
They're already gone.
And I'm here.
I ate quite a few chips. Somebody might have to go get us more chips. Well, you and Wannock, I'm done at 6. I'm going.
Oh, no, you're not. You're staying late tonight.
Oh, am I?
No.
Soby Kirk says, yes, there is a motor. You don't pedal too much. They just drive it around, but it is a dandy of a time. That's on the
beautiful
pedal
people,
pump.
man.
Yeah.
And you should have seen this guy, the owner. I have his card. I can't recall his name right now. He looks like he should be the driver of the pedal pub. He was wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
Okay.
Which is denim on denim. He had the most, think of who's the character that shoots Will Ferrell with a blow dart in Old School? Sean Michael Scott.
Okay.
In Old School with the mullet.
Yes.
That's that guy.
That's who it is.
That's him. And he's awesome. It was great. So
that's good. Well, thanks for spreading the good word of EST and for coming in to do the show with me. We have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. I got to get your take on the hockey game last night. I think you're the only ESTer who hasn't got to weigh in on it.
I thought it was a great win.
But we got the oil understood. We got to do something else first, though, because we're getting to it a little later than usual.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today.
Well, first off, big night last night. Jay's play of the day hit. Beautiful Jordan Addison touchdown. The only touchdown the Minnesota Vikings scored last night happened to be Jay's play of the day.
Oh, wow.
So to those of you that rode with Jay, I salute you. We got to go baseball, Reid. We got to go baseball. So go to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. If you haven't downloaded the new Play Alberta app, you have to. It's very easy to navigate, very easy to use, and you can find all the ESC specials there. You will see Jay's play of the day, Dalton Varsho, 1 or more RBIs, or ribbies, as they call it.
Ribeye.
Vladdy Guerrero, junior, not senior, 2 or more total bases. So if Vladdy gets to second base, let's say he hits a double,
right,
and then Dalton Varsho comes up and sends him home, this cashes.
This is not dependent on the Jays winning the game.
Not at all.
Because you had a couple last week that were, which cashed, to be fair.
They did. This one here is just, I look, Reid, I looked at the roster. I looked at the batting lineup. This could very well hit. It probably should. And it's boosted to plus 610. That's 6-1. You put $1 on it, you're going. You can go and get a value meal.
Yeah.
You can get your Popeye's lunch, Reid.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic deal. That's Jay's play of the day. Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you will see Jay's play of the day. Dalton Varsho, 1, Ribby, Vladdy, 2 or more total bases, boosted to plus 610. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay.
Misclicked it there.
That's okay.
It's today.
I didn't cue the band.
Jay's play.
They're a little lazy. It's Friday.
They're like, where's Jay? They're like, when we go, he's not here. I was like, no, you got to stay. You're a little disgruntled. That's okay. All right. And you also have the bet, I think it's still up till 6 o'clock, for the Jays to win the World Series. I think that's still there in any number of games. And did your Oilers bet hit last night? Do we remember?
I didn't have an Oilers bet.
Oh, no, you stayed away from the Oilers game.
I didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
I got confused.
And boy, oh boy. Well, I guess, if it was an Oilers win, that would have been
you should have just taken the over. That's what you always say, take the over.
That's true. Yes. Jay has clearly never met Blake Snell. That's from Nate the Builder. What's that mean?
He's a pitcher. Well, no, I don't think you've met you have met a major leaguer.
Oh, he's saying that Blake Snell's not going to allow a single hit tonight.
Oh, okay.
I highly doubt that, Nate the Builder. I highly doubt that.
You have met a major leaguer. We interviewed him.
Yeah.
In studio.
Eric
Sabrowski. We'll have to see what he's up to. All right. So that's Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta. General thoughts. We'll have the Oil understood because there is some new audio from their skate today. Just general, your overall experience watching the game last night.
Yeah, that was a roller coaster. I mean, it was 3-1, then it was 4-3 in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
And my kids were like, "Oh, Dad, they just came back. What's going on? How could this happen?" And they went to bed. And the next thing you know, it's 6-5.
Your kids went to bed at 4-3 Canadiens?
It was bedtime.
Oh, it was bedtime.
It was bedtime. Sorry. This was not
They're
a choice.
They're not in school. Let them stay up.
Reid, you can't get out of the cycle, brother.
Sorry.
Otherwise, just mornings and the rest of the day is nightmarish for my wife.
Did Coop stay up?
Coop's always up.
Coop's always watching the game.
He's chilling out, smoking cigs, having a whiskey, watching the game.
Coop the corgi.
Coop the corgi. He's got quite the habit.
Yeah. Does he like the 10-year-old, the 12-year-old, or just whatever?
Oh no, he's single malt. 15 minimum. Yeah, and the little cigarellos. That's what he likes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no filter. He has me break the filter off.
Right.
We were up watching, and then the girls were still, they're not quite asleep. And I said, "Girls, they tied it up." And they're all, "What?" They couldn't believe it. That's how fast everything happened. And then, I mean, look, for Podkolzin to get the winner like that, I was listening to the show on the way in. You played the clip.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was awesome. What a beautiful play by him. I mean, receive that on the forehand, shelf it backhand.
Yeah.
Beautiful play. Reid, you can say everything you want about number 2, number 25, the lack of intensity at times in the game. But at the end of the day, Reid, let me ask you this. After game 82, are you and I going to remember this game and look back on this game?
No, unlikely.
Other than why?
Unless they don't win another game the rest of the year.
Which is highly unlikely. Right. But you know what they ended up with? They ended up with 2 points.
Yeah, they may need them. They will need them for something.
Every team needs points.
Right.
You got to take a game like that and throw it away and say, okay, wasn't their best night in their own end. Look, you can pick the nit every which way.
For sure.
But they got it done. Okay. Were they gifted a power play? It's hard to say. I do agree with what you've said all day about standing up the officials. You cannot do that. Was that hit on Emberson actually as bad as it, was that a penalty? I don't know. That's 50-50 most games. But it happened. The Oilers still had to take advantage of it. They still Nuge had to finish a beautiful goal on his that still needed to happen. So you have to give credit where it's due. And they took advantage of the situations that were put in front of them, and they got a win.
It was a wild night in the building. Lots of Canadiens fans, maybe the most I've seen in terms of when I've been lucky enough to sit up high. They have a really good team. Suzuki's a great all-around player. Caulfield's dangerous.
That goal Caulfield scored in tight those hands.
And even, and I get it. The one goal some people are questioning, and I don't think they're doing it maliciously. It's just talking about hockey. Caulfield's second goal.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, well, he is one of the best shooters in the league. They find holes. They get it off quick, and the Habs were rolling at that point, like absolutely rolling.
What was it? 3 goals in a minute?
Minute 50. Where's my notes? I think I'm minute 52. Yeah. Like just a stunning. But here's the thing, though. At the end of the second period, they were ahead, and I was thinking, well, actually, they should be ahead. If the way the game, like when it was 3-1 Oilers, I thought to myself, well, they haven't outplayed the Canadiens. Well, they hadn't outplayed them at all, and certainly not to have a 3-1 lead. The one thing I did say to Hernan when the Oilers went up 3-1, because I think McDavid had an assist and Leon didn't have a point, I said, well, Montreal is probably still going to have a push, but the bad thing for Montreal is they're down 2 goals, and Connor and Leon haven't done much.
Fair.
Now, Montreal would come back to go up 5-3, but then, Draisaitl scores the fourth goal, and McDavid McDavid set up both those in the third period. Yeah, wild night. I still, and I know I've talked about it a lot, I still, there's things about the Oilers that are bugging me that I fear might be bigger picture concerns that might not just be, it's the first month of the season or they're shaking out some cobwebs. Like there's some players where I'm like, oh, what are they really doing? Yes, I think the offensive flow will improve. Will it improve from everybody? Is everybody capable of playing with more jam offensively, with passing better and finding that connectivity they talk about? I don't know. But they are going to get Hyman back, so somebody's going to be bumped out. And
doesn't that seem like the general sentiment, though, is that Oilers fans are on thin ice about this team right now?
I don't know, actually.
Even after a come from behind late game regulation win with 11 goals scored, you're still looking at this game today as, well, I don't know who this team really is.
We didn't even talk about the defensive gaffes.
Yeah,
I realize Nurse and Bouchard are getting singled out a lot, fairly, but I also think there are other issues with this team defensively. There were times where I was, I'm watching up top. I'm like, okay, Montreal has a 2-on-2. Oh, it's now a 4-on-2, and there's no Oiler hustling to get back. Like, just not, like I called them overly observant on defense, but I didn't mean that in a good way. Like, oh, they're really looking carefully. I mean, no, they're just sort of watching. Like, oh, hey, this Montreal team's pretty good. Look at them go. But they're outnumbering us. Wonder how that happened. Oh, that's my guy.
Was it the, I forget, I think it was the Anderson goal. Went right by Ike Howard to be set up right.
Was that the 5-3 goal?
I think so. Yeah.
Well,
maybe it wasn't that Anderson goal, but that was bad. They showed an above view from that, and Ike Howard's just sitting there. Like you said, watching, observing.
Yeah. I think it might be Newhook's second goal,
Maybe it was Newhook's.
No, but I think there's other issues.
There was one where, there's several problems.
It was the Newhook one. He just kind of skated in the slot, and there were 2 Oilers behind the net. I think Nurse and somebody else, and maybe Wallman. And Wallman didn't look around, and Howard and Henrique were the forwards, and they kind of didn't look around. Like, there is one of those things, and you would have experienced this as a football player. Sure, you have your zone or your man. Well, it's not my man. Actually, if he's open in front of the net, he's now your man. If someone's running behind you as a safety to the end zone, you can't just say, "Oh, that's Leroy's guy." No, it now becomes your guy to do something about, unfortunately.
That was always the saying. Yes, it's your zone unless nobody's in that zone.
Right.
Then you need to move zones.
Yeah. And hockey has a front of the net area. Yeah, football has an end zone where it's like...
You might want to cover that area, right in front of the crease, in between the dots. It seems like a high danger area.
Now, I know they can clean stuff like that up, so I think that will get fixed. Again, I've said it 1,000 times. I do think these first 8 games of the season, above average, if not very good goaltending on the whole from both guys. I mean, maybe a couple of the losses on the road trip, you could say, just okay. They didn't cost them the game, but didn't help win it. But for the most part, it's been pretty good goaltending. So they got to clean some stuff up. I think for me, let's see what happens with the forwards. Let's see what impact Hyman can have when he comes back. And I think we got to talk about Trent Frederick when we get back, because Knobloch gave a pretty interesting clip about him today.
I want to ask you about Caulfield's second goal as well when we get back. I want to rewind that a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's 4:20. We will have Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. Jeff Krushell to talk some Blue Jays and World Series in about 20 minutes. Everett Fitzhugh, great guest, Seattle Kraken play-by-play voice. He's coming up. Here's the Coop.
The Jays open the World Series at home against the Dodgers. Bo Bichette starts at second base for Toronto, returning from a knee sprain that's kept him out since early September. Ty France has also been added to the roster in place of Yariel Rodriguez. Trey Savage, the starter. Blake Snell pitching for LA. First pitch at 6 o'clock. And in Buffalo, the Leafs and Sabres battle. Morgan Riley out for Toronto with an undisclosed injury. Elsewhere, we see Lucas Reichel being traded from the Blackhawks to the Canucks in exchange for a 2027 4th-round pick. In E-Town, the Elks battle the Stampeders in their season finale. Catch the GCL Diesel, or the Green and Gold Kickoff show. Matawanek J-Milne preview the action. Coverage starts at 6:30 only on EST. NFL news, Mac Jones gets a start for the 49ers against the Texans. Brock Purdy out with a toe injury. Rick Pearsall also sidelined with a knee injury. And for Houston, Nico Collins is out with a concussion. Christian Kirk sidelined with a hamstring issue. NBA action, it's the Raptors scrapping the Bucks at 4:30 in Toronto's home opener. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Looking for quality flooring? Visit Paramount Flooring Spaces family-friendly showroom that's open 7 days a week. Save now on pet-friendly Shaw carpet with spill-proof technology. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for a 10% discount. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
A hockey insider today is Bruce Boudreau.
I think the first 10 games are always experimental. The GM wants at least 1 or 2 young guys. Let's see what they've got in the first 10 games. After 10 games, you can tell if they're ready or if they're not ready. Or the other thing you can tell is if you've got a couple young guys like the Oilers do, they're not playing the minutes they need to get to develop, then you're going to send them down.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly welcomes one of today's hottest country stars, Dallas Smith.
Love you like a man.
CCMA award winner, countless chart-topping hits. Dallas Smith, November 1st in the venue.
How do you miss me? Yeah. Baby, how do you miss me?
Hurry, get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Good to have you tuning in this afternoon along with Jay Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. And we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. So the Elks play tonight at 7:30. We have coverage commencing at 6:30 with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Matt and Milne. Oilers play in Seattle tomorrow at 8, in Vancouver Sunday at 8. So both days, 7 p.m., Tom Gazzola, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. So we have you covered, and we're talking a lot of Blue Jays as well. Okay, you wanted to ask me something about last night's game before we get to today's clips from Knobloch?
Well, I just want to know because the players not all, but most of the players in the I guess the Montreal defensive zone, the Oilers offensive zone, thought that puck went out and hit the net. They're all pointing up, they're slowing down. Some of them stopped, and then Cole Caulfield breaks out and comes down and rips that goal down the right side.
Right.
What is should that not be reviewed or... I'm asking honestly, because I don't know the protocol.
Okay, you could review for a missed stoppage if you're the defending team and someone scores on you, but you can't have cleared the puck. So the Oilers were on the attack. They can't challenge for a missed stoppage in that situation.
Because when 2 or 3 players are saying it hit the net, I'm pretty sure it hit the net.
I know. Was that on? That led to that goal?
Yes. Yeah, that was the one that led to Caulfield's second goal.
Okay. Yeah, so if the Oilers were attacking the Canadiens, and that's what happened, and then Montreal didn't clear the puck and the Oilers scored, then the Canadiens could challenge, hey, you missed a stoppage. If that would have happened and the Canadiens would have cleared the puck and the Oilers brought it back in and scored, Canadiens can't challenge. And
so Edmonton can't challenge?
Edmonton can't challenge in that situation because it was in the other end. You can challenge for a missed stoppage in your defensive zone, like hand pass, high stick, puck over the glass.
Right. So obviously the only team there that could have challenged that would have been Montreal.
But
obviously they wouldn't.
They couldn't.
Well, they could have.
No, the goal was at the other end.
I know, but they could have challenged that the puck was out of play
if the Oilers had scored on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering about that because there was 2 or 3 players that stopped.
Yeah, I thought there was a time in the first period that happened too. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get why did they review that Canadiens goal in the first 6 minutes?
I was listening to it. I picked up my daughter from the corn maze.
I forgot to go back. I think, was it Pickard's pad, like in the net?
I was listening to it, and the broadcast crew, Cam Moon, they had no idea. And there was no replays given, nothing.
I saw one replay quickly, and I think Tom told me it was Pickard's pad, like his skate was kind of inside the post, and I think they were checking if the puck got into that little burrowy area above the pad and the skate, or I guess where the pad meets the skate.
Yeah, it was on Nick Suzuki wraparound attempt, so he butted his skate and pad right up against the post, but it was so muffed up that you couldn't even see really anything. So I'm surprised it was that late though. I don't recall ever seeing something.
I think it was 2 minutes and 11 seconds after the fact.
Usually it would be right away that they'd.
Or usually they would have already looked at it and they don't need to stop the game for it. So somebody must have said, hey, you need to go back and check it out.
Maybe it was the CFL command center.
It could have been just calling in. Yeah.
Just, hey guys, we're here to screw this game up
guys,
too.
We think that puck hit Bo Levi in the head. We got to take a look at it.
Hey, we'd like to totally change and flip this game right now. We're going to interject.
It's time for the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. So the Oilers did have a skate today at noon. Chris Knobloch answering some questions. Where do we want to start here? Let's start with this one. Chris Knobloch on the struggles of Trent Frederick.
I think with a lot of guys just not making enough plays with the puck. Feeling that pressure. He's a player that we're going to rely on to play a little on the edge, some physicality. And right now, we'd like to see a little bit more from him. And I think just when you're wanting to, he does want to contribute, wants to play well. We've moved him around a lot, whether that's been right wing, left wing, center. Hopefully we can have some stability for him so he can play to his identity. So, I think he's also a new player. He was here all last year. He was hurt. But we've got a lot of new players on our team. I think right now we got 7 of our 13 forwards, and I include him as being one of them just because of his role last year, and he wasn't really a part of it because of the injury. So, I think he's just trying to find his game, and I have no doubt that he'll get there.
All right. Knobloch, I think, just misspoke there. I think he meant he wasn't here all of last year and considers him kind of a new player because he was playing hurt throughout the postseason. I mean, he talked about, let's quickly, here's what he said off the top.
I think with a lot of guys just not making enough plays with the puck.
Okay, so that is a team-wide problem. But he basically said that Frederick's got to find a way to make an impact.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't been. Now, could he still be hampered by the injury? Maybe. I mean, I'm at the point where I hate to say this. I almost hope that he is. Because if this is Trent Frederick's max,
not good.
That's a long time to have him playing at that level.
Not good. And it is kind of a problem running through this team. And this is nothing new. The physicality, the edge that you want out of a hockey team, they just don't have. And that was a guy that was brought in and you thought, okay, there's a big body. This is a guy that likes to get into the hard places and play rough, and simply haven't seen it. There was opportunities in last night's game, Reid, where you thought, okay, Frederick's in there along the boards, like do something, hit something, push somebody.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen. So I would imagine, and like you said, it's a weird thing to say, but I truly do hope that he still is hampered by this high ankle sprain. But that's not going to last much longer, at least in most people's eyes, to see Trent Frederick playing the way he is. I mean, just over 10 minutes of ice time last night. Did you notice him much?
No. And what did you say? Just over 10 minutes of ice time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great question. What's the person's handle? TWPG204. Does that spell something?
Twipig?
A lot of people's handles are messed up.
It could be T Winnipeg 204.
Oh, maybe. Well, that's what it is. My apologies. Why did they give Freddie a max deal? Well, the reason they did it, and this is what Stan Bowman said, was that Bowman considered him a unique player. I mean, basically, Stan Bowman, I'll summarize. Stan Bowman basically said we consider him a power forward. we consider him a unique player who can hit and disrupt and get points.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Oilers did it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But still, 8 years is a long time in the world of hockey. So this isn't a deal you're getting away from if he continues to underperform. So of course, maybe he's going to improve. Maybe he's going to find a niche. Maybe he is hampered a little bit by the injury. But there's, and I don't want us to make it sound like we're picking on one guy, even though we're just talking about one guy. But it is a story that they traded for him. He toughed it out through the playoffs, hurt. Okay, fair enough. And then he was supposed to be better and be quite noticeable once the season started. And he's been noticeable, I think, for all the wrong reasons.
Well, and it's a story because of his deal, you know, which 4 years of it has a no move clause attached to it. So and look, a lot can happen, a lot can change, but it is a story because of that deal and because of the way that this season has started for Trent Frederic.
Right.
It just simply is not good enough for someone deemed to be a special player, a power forward like player, a Milan Lucic style or an Evander Kane, you know, able to change the game with physicality. Simply haven't seen it.
You know, he has scored in 23-24, he scored 18 goals. In 22-23, he scored 17 goals. Last year, he only scored 8. He played 58 games. So, if he played the whole season, maybe he could have got to 12 or something like that. But he didn't play the whole season. So, but this is what I'm afraid of. What if this is just Trent Frederic? This is why I'm saying I have concerns about the forward group. Leon and Connor, they're still getting points. They'll figure it out. Nuge has been quite good. I think Savoy and Howard are showing definite signs of learning and maturing. And maybe they'll still spend some time in the minors, but there's something coming along there. You might have to wait for it a little bit. But, my thing is, okay, if that's Frederic and that's Roslovic, and with Roslovic, I'm pretty darn sure that's Roslovic. Okay, well, there's a couple areas. There's a couple potential top 7 forwards that you're getting very little out of.
Well, speaking of Roslovic, the real Slim Davy on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. When Hyman comes back, is it fair to say right now that the forward who comes out is one of either Roslovic or Frederic?
I would still take out Roslovic.
I think so too. I think you have to give Frederic a little bit of time to bloom here.
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so here are the forwards who played last night. Would they be replaced by Hyman? Frederic. Possible, but probably no.
Probably not.
Henrique?
I don't think so.
Savoy?
No.
Roslovic?
Possibly.
Leon?
Nope.
Philp?
Nope.
Howard?
Nope.
Tomashik?
Possibly.
Mangiapane?
No.
Podkolzin?
No.
Nugent Hopkins?
No.
McDavid?
Well, no.
Right. So, we'll see what happens with Howard, and we're going to have a clip on him. Philp's been fine, for that role. And here's the thing. I always ask myself, is a player playing to his potential? If a player is playing to his potential and your team isn't doing great, well, then you're just probably going to have to live with being the fan of a mediocre team and maybe criticizing your GM a little bit, which I do think might be in play.
Yes. But put it this way.
But I wouldn't say, they're losing because Noah Philp isn't strong enough in the bottom 6.
Who's earning their keep more right now? Trent Frederic at 3.85 per mil or per year, or Noah Philp at 775?
Well, certainly Philp. But I will say this, because I kind of shot back at Smitty the welder this morning on the Hangout, because I like to banter with Smitty.
Sure.
Because he's like, the two biggest problems make $10.5 and $9.25 million per year. I said, yeah, but the contract is either you can play to your potential or you're not, or you can't.
Yeah. Okay.
And he said, well, but there's a guy making 3.25. I said, so you're fine with the depth players having bad seasons? I mean, quite frankly, if you're only counting on a player to play to his contract, the Oilers should by far have the worst goaltending in the league, and no one should complain about it.
Fair point.
So I'd look at a guy, is he playing to his potential?
However, fair point. However, fair or unfair, you are going to get handcuffed by the money that the team offered you. A la Darnell Nurse. He may never live that contract down.
Oh, in terms of putting a whole team together,
right?
Sure. Yeah.
So that is what's going to happen to Trent Frederick. It's not his fault. It's, I mean, Trent Frederick may turn this around. I sincerely hope he does. Because I like him. I like the way he talks. I like the way, he approaches the game, life, all from what we've heard from him. Sounds like a great guy. I want the best things for him. So back to the original point. Maybe this high ankle sprain still is an issue.
Yeah, maybe that might just be the thing. And maybe on December 15th, we're saying like, oh, okay, that was him. Let's get to this cut here. So the way the game ended, it was Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Savoy, and Howard with McDavid. Who was the other winger? Was it Mangiapane? I forgot. But Howard got to play with McDavid. Here is Knobloch saying that Ike Howard is growing as a player.
Well, I think early on in the year, and for a lot of new players coming into the league, it's a fast game and things close very quickly. And I think he was a little overwhelmed, just getting used to things. We obviously felt very highly of him and being a good quality player and will be in the future. It's just a matter of time how long it took for him to get used to that speed. So things were closing in, and then didn't like the plays that he was making with the puck. Just kind of giving it away. Not giving it away badly, but just not maintaining possession of the puck. And, we haven't played many games, and he has felt a lot more comfortable. And now he's starting to make some of those plays. Things aren't closing in. He's been able to move his feet. He knows how much pressure he's under. So I think that has been the biggest improvement in his game. So, obviously there's still things to work on, but I think he's on a good progression.
I think there's some signs here with Howard. I mean, if the numbers game catches up to them, then they might wind up having to send him down. But Knobloch praising him, he praised him last night as well. But here's the thing, right? There are some guys who have passed players like Frederick, quite frankly, right?
Yeah, there have been.
So, I mean, I guess that's good if you have younger guys looking good, but I think Howard's coming along. He still doesn't play a ton. I think Savoy is more advanced than Howard at this point. I mean, he was involved in the game winner. I mean, he got it to Wallman. Wallman did a good job to keep it on the blue line, too.
Savoy's looked very good.
Yeah.
Probably better than anybody realistically would have expected.
Yeah, probably. And if he starts getting some points, even better. All right, the oil understood for GCL Diesel. We'll talk some Blue Jays with a guy who used to work for the organization. Jeff Krushell joins us when we get back.
Game 1 of the World Series goes at 6 o'clock between the Jays and Dodgers. Bo Bichette back in the lineup, starting at second base for Toronto. He's been out since early September with a sprained knee, while Ty France makes the roster as well, taking the place of Yariel Rodriguez. Trey Savage to the mound for the Jays. Blake Snell pitching for the Dodgers, and there's 4 games in the NHL tonight. Buffalo hosting Toronto. The Flames and Jets dropping the puck. Elsewhere, the Capitals take on the Blue Jackets. In CFL action, it's the Elks with their season finale at home against the Stampeders. Tune into the Green and Gold kickoff show. Matawanek, J-Milne go live at 6:30 to tee up the action right here on EST. Before that, the Red Blacks and Ticats kick off at 5. In NFL news, Mac Jones gets a start for the 49ers as Brock Purdy's out with a toe injury. Ricky Pearsall is also sidelined with a knee issue, while for the Eagles, A.J. Brown will not play against the Giants due to a hamstring injury. On the court, the Raptors have their home opener facing the Bucks. In just a moment, some other action sees the Heat and Grizzlies tipping off as the Celtics battle the Knicks. Jeff Krushell checks in next to talk some Blue Jays. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
The Steelers are still 4-2-0. They're not a bad team by any means. Aaron Rodgers is playing a good game. I'm sorry. I think he's underrated. Sorry.
You think Aaron Rodgers is underrated? Is that what you just said?
I do.
You think Aaron Rodgers is underrated?
Yes.
Because he went to the New York Jets.
My franchise.
He went to the Jets.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Canada is ready to party like it's 1993. That's right, the Blue Jays are back in the big one. Create space for your watch party with Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Another rough night for Evan Bouchard and Darnell.
But Evan Bouchard, I've seen him not do this, but he is playing like a guy that does not want to engage physically with anybody. To the point where if he has the puck, he doesn't want to have someone else engage him physically, so he's just getting rid of it. And I think you said it. You can't have 5 giveaways that even out one good pass.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The oil stream.
How much do you think Knobloch feels the pressure to win and build up a steady start? How much pressure do you think he's feeling from management and ownership to make sure they come out of the gates really well, that he is already scrambling and going to the well with those two?
That started from game 1.
I know.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon, leading into a great Friday evening. Blue Jays play, Elks play, and then tomorrow another World Series game. Oilers play, a lot going on. We can tell you, we had Carter Kettle on the show yesterday from the Golden Bears. Unfortunately, they have been eliminated from the playoffs because UBC won this afternoon. The Bears play the Calgary Dinos tomorrow. If you're taking us in on YouTube, delay no longer. Give us a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 100 thumbs by the end of the show. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Jeff Krushell is checking in from Crush Performance and, of course, a former member of the Toronto Blue Jays organization. Jeff, how are you doing?
Very good, boys. Very good, boys. It's a big day today, gentlemen. Very big day today.
I want to flash back, though, to Monday night, Game 7, Springer's home run, and the final few innings. What were you doing?
Yeah, well, actually, unfortunately, I was driving, fellas. I was listening on the radio and almost hit the ditch, I think, for crying out loud. It was great. Actually, I'll tell you what, we hit a dead spot, and I called my brother. I'm going, hey, man, I lost the game because we were listening through my phone. And so he had his phone held up to the TV, and I just as we connected, Springer hits a home run. It was fantastic.
I wanted to, well, first of all, happy belated birthday.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Yeah. So
another one in the books.
Another one in the books. What's it like, because, I mean, you were a part of this organization, Jeff, not all that long ago. And, that's kind of your area of expertise is baseball. Like, what's today like? Like, World Series starting, you're excited. World Series with the Blue Jays in it. You're really excited. World Series with the Blue Jays taking on the big bad bullies in the LA Dodgers. Where are you at right now?
Yeah, I'm in a pretty good place right now, fellas. I'm telling you, this has been an epic postseason for a lot of reasons. And even if you're not a baseball fan, I'm telling you, there has been so much to watch during this postseason. It's been incredible. Leave alone the Jays. What a Cinderella story. And here's what I'll tell you. You know, they were in last place in this division last year. And at the start of the season, I will tell you, if you go back and listen to my show when I made my predictions, the Blue Jays were not in the picture for even making the postseason this year. So what they have done, boys, is really incredible. You know, the pieces are there, the organization is there, and boy, they pulled it together through thick and thin. So fun to watch. It's been great.
Well, sorry, Jay. That's a great point, though, what you touched on, because we had Mike Wilner on the show a couple days ago, and I asked him about, you know, comparing this team to other Blue Jays playoff teams, and he said, this is the team that makes the World Series out of all the teams they've had since 93, and even some of the ones before 92, quite frankly.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And again, so fun to watch the boys bring it together. There's a camaraderie here. They're playing for each other. You can see it. But on the other side, you guys got to understand the Dodgers are the same. It's a very tight-knit group of players, and they have a really strong bond. Like, they're doing special things as well. So we're really going to see here a battle of the Titans, guys. And you know, if we look at the pitching staff, the Dodgers might have an edge here, but boy, what the Jays have been able to do. Just think about that bullpen game where they didn't even use a starter. Just incredible, unheard of baseball. And I think that's one of the things that's going to really shine here is just the unique approach the Jays literally have to take because of their roster. And I think that might work well for them as they face the Dodgers, right? So there's going to be a lot of storylines to watch here.
Well, let's jump into that, especially with the pitching matchup. The Blue Jays will hand the ball to rookie Trey Savage, 22 years old. He's the second youngest pitcher ever to start Game 1 of a World Series. I see you laughing and shaking your head for those on the audio stream. Like, just how amazing is this story, Jeff Krushell?
It's unheard of. I love it. I can't even tell you how much I love this story. Like, it is true in all of sports. Just a great, great story. And if this doesn't get kids fired up about, you know, the potential of what a person can do, I don't know what will, guys. But this is fantastic. 3 regular season games before pitching in the World Series. Come on. It's just insane. But I will also say this, you know, starting him here in the World Series against the Dodgers, you know, people might be questioning, what are they doing to this kid? It's actually, I believe, brilliant. It's a brilliant move because the Dodgers haven't seen him before, right? So I think that this is going to work really, really well. And if he does falter, look at the guys they have sitting on that bench ready to go. So if he does falter and struggle a little bit, hey, bring in one of the seasoned veterans and get Savage back in Game 2 or Game 3. So there's a lot of different ways to play this.
The Blue Jays are entering the World Series red hot in terms of runners in scoring position. They've been doing extremely well in that stat category, but will they be able to continue and sustain that productivity versus a pitcher like Snell? Well,
I mean, if this doesn't sum up kind of what the Blue Jays are up against, look, the Dodgers starters are 7-1 with an ERA of 1.4, like with 81 strikeouts or some crazy strikeout number. What the Dodgers have done here during this postseason is historical, okay? As is, you know, some of the storylines in the Jays. Vlad might be having maybe the best postseason in the history of the game right now, right? Unfortunately, the Dodgers have a few other storylines that are running in parallel. I mean, Snell is 3-0 with a 0.8 ERA. So that kind of sums up what the Jays are against. Listen, if they go into every pitch and do what they've done through this playoffs, the Jays are going to have a really good shot, guys, at doing their thing. If they get caught up in the stats and the analytics too much, I really believe it could hurt them.
Jeff, I can't help but do this, and I've been saying this all week on the show. There's very generally a couple categories of fans. The younger people here at Edmonton Sports Talk who are like Kelly, what? Goober? No, Gruber. And then people, more of our vintage. Like I was 18 in 1992 and 19 in 1993. Like it was awesome. Do you find yourself letting as much as we want this team to win, letting yourself enjoy the nostalgia and cherishing those memories of those two earlier championship teams as this is going on too?
Oh, no question, Reid. I'm telling you, I was at the University of Calgary as a student. I was sitting at Max's Cafe, a little pub at the university, for both of those World Series wins and Joe Carter's home run. Listen, nostalgia. The opening pitch, guys. Tonight, Cito Gaston is throwing out the pitch. Tomorrow is Joe Carter. And I'm kind of hoping Vlad Sr. throws out the pitch for the next game in Toronto. How epic would that be? I will be joining in on a standing ovation when Cito Gaston steps onto that field. That's baseball royalty right there. But what he has done for the organization through, the early 90s, but even as a consultant, as a hitting coach, he was a coach with me when I was there. And I can't tell you how much I learned sitting beside him every day on that bench. Incredible guy. So yeah, the nostalgia is there for sure. And I just am so happy for this new generation of Jays fans, this Canadian baseball fan base that really deserves this.
Jeff Krushell joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Jeff Krushell, that of Crush Performance. Look, the Dodgers are 17-7 in series openers under manager Dave Roberts. I know this is a 7-game series. It's a 2-3-2 layout, but how pivotal is this game one tonight, especially for the Blue Jays, who you kind of think, looking at the odds set up here, would have to essentially steal one given the pitching matchup.
Yeah, and you're right, Jay. I agree with you 100%. If they can get one here in Toronto, that would be a huge win. But this first game at home, I'm telling you, could really, really be a momentum changer. And make no mistake, there is momentum in baseball. If you guys have been following, you can see it even inside of a game. Springer's home run, the momentum game to game exists as well. So yeah, no, it's critical for both teams, but I think more so for the Blue Jays because we don't want to get behind and we don't want to be too down going into LA. That's for darn sure.
All right, we'll end here, Jeff, and we're probably going to have you on next week for a reaction to what's happening on the series too. Give us the Krushell prediction. Yeah,
well, listen, guys, I'm going back and forth with my brothers right now. I think I'm going to call the Jays in 6. That's my honest feeling here. If they can get through it, the Jays in 6, win it in Toronto, the first game back in Toronto. And I don't know if that's what I hope or if that's what I believe, but that's my call, baby.
Hey, that's okay. I think you can pick with your heart here. And we had Ben Schulman on the show yesterday, Dan's son. Ben calls for the radio, and he said, look, Dodgers are good, but the Blue Jays got to win 4 times in 7 games. It's not as if they got to beat them 15 out of 17 or something like that. It's doable, and the margins are so close in baseball, right? So why not pick the Blue Jays? That's what I figure.
Well, for sure. And guys, if Bichette is even a shadow of himself, what a huge boost to this lineup that we haven't seen during the playoffs. So again, another really cool storyline to watch.
All right. Hey, we love having you on the show. You're so generous with your time. You got great energy. You got great memories. You got great analysis. Thank you so much for coming on. Enjoy the 2 games this weekend. Well, enjoy your weekend as a whole, Jeff. We love you.
Absolutely, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Jeff Krushell checking in with Crush Performance. Great stuff. Great perspective. Good comments about Cito Gaston. He's love Jeff. He's always ready to go.
Yeah, he's excited.
He just gets you fired up.
Wow, this is a baseball guy's baseball guy.
Right.
Is Jeff Krushell. So this is like Christmas Eve? Or is it Christmas Day?
It's like Christmas morning.
You
open everything up.
Yeah, let's unbox.
And he is indeed having us and everybody else fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Okay, a little over an hour away from the World Series starting. Oilers skating today, going to Seattle, play the Kraken tomorrow. Did I even tell you I booked this guy this morning? Guess who's coming up?
Oh, one of my favorites.
Everett Fitzhugh is coming up from the Seattle Kraken play-by-play booth. We love this guy.
Our guy.
This Kraken are doing pretty well.
Yeah, they're not bad.
So we'll see what's going on with him. He likes the Detroit Lions, too.
I heard a story about Everett Fitzhugh this morning.
Do you think it's true?
Matthew Iwanek told it to me.
Is it a nice story? It
Yeah.
has to be, because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing story. I want to ask him about it.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah, for sure. All right, that's when we get back. Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta.
Two guys and a goalie.
It's okay for people to refer to the Blue Jays as Canada's team.
I think it is. My reasoning behind it is because a lot of people don't really pay attention. They won't even watch Jays in 30. But, like, my wife is caught up in it right now.
My wife as well.
So we're planning on watching the Jays game. This is great. I love
Two
it.
guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help? Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
The Raptors are underway in their home opener, taking on the Bucks midway through the first quarter. Toronto leads 13-12. After that, the Pistons tip off with the Rockets. Meanwhile, Bo Bichette returns for the Blue Jays, starting at second base for Game 1 in the World Series against the Dodgers. He's been out since early September with a sprained knee, while Ty France has been added to the roster in place of Yariel Rodriguez. First pitch for that one is at 6 o'clock. And 3 games get underway in just a moment in the NHL. Maple Leafs and Sabres hit the ice. The Sharks and Devils duke it out, while the Blue Jackets and Capitals match up. Football action: the Elks host the Stampeders to close out their season at home. Join Matt Iwanek and Jay Milne for the Green and Gold Kickoff Show, which airs at 6:30 right here on EST. And there's one other game on tap: Hamilton facing Ottawa momentarily. NFL news: Mac Jones gets a start for the 49ers. Brock Purdy's out with a toe injury. Ricky Pearsall is also sidelined with a knee issue. As for the Eagles, A.J. Brown will not play against the Eagles this week due to a hamstring injury. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Well, what a pleasure to have you joining us this afternoon, going into the weekend. If you're taking us in on YouTube, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Need about 24 thumbs to get to 100. Do not delay. Let's get there. If you've already given us a thumbs up, click the share button, send it off to somebody else. Say, hey, look at these two guys. They're very approachable. That should be our slogan for a show. The Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Approachable.
I like that. You can take that a lot of different
So people are like, is it good? Or seems like a kind of low-key endorsement from its own company.
Seems somewhat mediocre.
So, yeah, somewhat approachable. Reid and Jay, somewhat approachable. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. What am I doing here? Oh, no, I got to do a Play Alberta. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Reid and Jay, possibly accurate. Experience all the excitement of the casino in the palm of your hand. Download the Play Alberta app today. Deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus. Who else is coming up today? Oh, we got buying or selling. We got words of the day for Edmonton Public Library.
Did you do some buying or selling? Because I didn't have time.
I did, baby. Woo! I certainly did.
Always a good day.
I kind of know what I'm doing. I actually had to work today with you not being here.
Well,
I had to come in and be on the Hangout. I had no idea what I was doing.
You sounded great. You and Eric.
Well, you were listening to the Hangout?
I was driving in at that point.
Oh, you were going downtown?
Well, we kind of had a bit of a cluster to start the day.
Well, with the cards and all that stuff?
The new spaceship that I'm driving.
Oh, you're still driving the spaceship?
Yeah, we're going to be driving it all weekend.
Well, I thought you were getting your car back today.
No, they got to do something else. They got to do a maintenance check on the front end. There was something that I had them do kind of last minute. So they're going to keep it over the weekend.
So you still have the spaceship vehicle.
The UFO will be in our hands all weekend.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The Oilers go to the West Coast. Seattle tomorrow, Vancouver on Sunday. We are pleased to welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show one of the all-time nice guys to talk to. Play-by-play voice for the Seattle Kraken, Everett Fitzhugh checking in. Everett, thanks a lot for joining us. I know you were home very late because of when I got your text. So thanks for doing this.
Yeah, it's all good, though, because I love you, man. And when Reid Wilkins says jump, I say how high. And that's all that matters.
Wow. That's incredible. That is amazing. Well, it's great to see you. What was this? What were you? How long were you away? Like a week and a half on this last trip?
It was 6 games in 12 days. So it was our first of 2 6-game road trips. So we've got one later in the season, and this is a crazy one where we go Columbus, Nashville, Florida, Tampa, Buffalo, Edmonton. Yeah,
we get you on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. It's honestly, it's like Winnipeg this time where we caught Winnipeg on the way home. Here, excuse me, I'm going to move this over here.
All right, because you were, I'll give you a sec. You were Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Philly, Washington. Took you that long to lose a game in Philly, and then a 3-0 win last night in Winnipeg. Are you like, I mean, you have to do it for your job. Are you a good traveler? Have you become a better traveler through your play-by-play career?
You know what? My wife has actually helped me become a really good traveler. I used to overpack so much, but she's taught me how to downsize a little bit. I still bring way too big of a bag everywhere I go, but I don't, I only overpack like maybe for a day or two. I'm not really overpacking for a full extra week like I used to. So I owe her all the credit in the world.
Everett, I got to ask you, when you get to a destination and you check in, are you kind of unpack, get settled in for this hotel room, for this stay, unpack everything, get everything set up, get your toiletries in place, or are you just kind of grab and go?
The only thing that I will actually fully unpack are my suits. So I've got a big suitcase, and then I've got like a little suit bag. So I'll undo the suit bag so my suits don't get all wrinkled and folded. I'll hang those up. But basically, I will lay my suitcase on the floor. I'll open it up, and then I will gingerly take clothes out as I need it. And then I will, about halfway through the trip, the zip up left side becomes the dirty clothes and the toiletry bag and the shoes, and then I will make sure everything stays nice and folded. I'll pick up, here's one t-shirt, here's a pair of jeans, here's a pair of this. So I literally live out of my suitcase. But we're only in these cities for at most 2 days at a time. So when you're unpacking 12 days worth of clothes. I used to do it when I was in the minors, when we'd be gone for, 4 or 5 days at a time, and I would unpack all my clothes, and it took an hour just to get everything out and get everything back in. So I live out of the suitcase now.
Well, you're back home here and getting ready to call the orders at Kraken tomorrow. So that's a good transition. So look, I was covering this Wild Oilers game last night, but from the stuff I've read, and I've seen some of our audience must have been checking you guys out as well. Sounds like a pretty good game last night by Seattle.
It was. And listen, I think for where this team was on Monday and Tuesday in DC and in Philly, they didn't play the style that we would expect out of a Lane Lambert team. I know it's only been 8 games, but Lane Lambert has really done a good job of instilling a defensive first, a disciplined style of hockey. This team is realizing that, hey, we're going to be a 2-1, 3-1, 3-2 hockey team. This isn't going to be a team that's going to score 4, 5, 6 goals a night. And I think more and more, guys have already bought into the system, but now they're comfortable playing the system. And last night, when they were up 1-0 through most of that game, there wasn't really any doubt that crept into my mind or my partner's mind or anyone else. It felt like that this game was under control. And if you watch the Kraken Reddit threads and all the Twitter comments and all of that, by and large, the fan base felt the same way. There wasn't a whole lot of, oh man, this 1-goal lead isn't safe. Joey Decord was playing well. Defensively, they were shutting a lot of what Winnipeg was doing down. You could tell they were frustrating that top line, Scheifele, Connor, Velarde. They weren't really able to get a whole lot generated. I mean, Kyle Connor, you saw his speed, but he couldn't get that shot off that he likes to get. So they did a really good job of shutting down the big players for Winnipeg last night.
So Decord got the shutout. He's played most of the games. Murray and Grubauer have both played. So who's the backup tomorrow? What's going on there?
Honestly, we find out the backup usually at morning skate, Reid. Lane Lambert is not one to tell his lineup. He doesn't tell his goalies. And if you ask him about it, you're going to get a hole stared through you. So the goaltending for Seattle it's been interesting. Joey Decord is the number one. There were no doubts about it. There's no controversy. Joey Decord is going to get his 45, 50 games this season. But you're trying to figure out who that number 2 is going to be. I think when you brought in Matt Murray, knowing Grubauer didn't have his best season last year, Jason Botterill, Kraken GM, went into the summer saying that our goal with a number of positions, not just in goal, but with the forward group, with the defensive pairs, you want to create that competition. We want battles. We want guys to be battling and competing for their spot. So you're seeing that with the number 2 goaltending spot. I think Grubauer has played well when he's called upon. Obviously, he lets in the winner against Ottawa that I'm sure he would love to have back last week. But again, Matt Murray comes in against Washington. It was a very tough game for him because the Kraken have got 5 guys on the injured list, and you're in game 2 of a back-to-back, so maybe not the most fair of situations for Matt Murray to be put in, but I think when both have been called, both have performed admirably. So it's clear as mud, is what I'm trying to say, that second backup goalie position.
Okay, interesting. Everett Fitzhugh joining us this afternoon on the Reid Wilkins Show, play-by-play voice for the Seattle Kraken. We got to touch on some other stuff with you. I guess you were out of town for the end of Mariners Blue Jays.
Yeah.
And we've talked to you in the past. I mean, you grew up Detroit, so were you? Yeah. Have you become invested in the Mariners, or were you kind of
I've adopted the Mariners. I've always said that when I was coming to Seattle, the Mariners were always my second favorite team. I always liked Griffey. I always liked Mike Cameron. Those are 2 of my favorite guys growing up. But living here, my son all summer long has been yelling, "Big Dumper!" Like he just loves Cal Raleigh. He calls Cal Raleigh and J.P. Crawford and Julio Rodriguez his best friends. So, I mean, my son loves the Mariners. I've always always been a quasi Mariners fan, and now living here, I'm bought in on the Mariners. That said, when the Tigers were in town for the ALDS, a little bit of my hometown pride was there. I did wear. I went to Game 5 when they won it. The Mariners won it, and I wore a Detroit Tigers quarter zip. But when the Mariners won, like, I felt pride with the city of Seattle. I felt it with Seattle. So I was all in on Seattle. I'll tell you a quick story. We were at the Loose Moose in Toronto watching game 5, and Alejandro Kirk, big boy, was trucking around those bases. And I'm a thick person myself, so I'm like, I can identify with him. So I was cheering him on specifically. So I'm like, yeah, let's go, big boy, let's go. So then the Mariners come up and they hit those home runs, hit the grand slam. Me and my color guy, who's from Vancouver, but he's lived in Seattle for 30 years. We both get up, we're cheering. They, let's go. And the table behind us were like, well, wait a minute. I thought you were just cheering for the Blue Jays. And I was like, no, I was cheering for that Blue Jay because we big boys got to stick together. So I ticked off a table of Blue Jays fans, but it was crazy, man. Toronto, I tell you what, don't ever let anyone tell you that Toronto's not a baseball town. I mean, it was so cool being there and being around all those Jays fans. It wasn't Leafs playoffs crazy, but don't let anyone ever tell you that Toronto's not a baseball town.
A couple more for you, and love having you. I mean, your Detroit roots. You're still a big Lions guy. I didn't tell Jay this when the Kraken were here for the preseason. So I sit in front of the visiting radio. Yeah. But I didn't have time, so I turned around after the anthem and I gave Everett a little wave, and he reaches down and shake hands. He's like, Reid, you doing well? I was like, yeah, Lions are good, eh? He's like, yeah. Like that win when they beat Baltimore and just were going for it and won in Baltimore. They're 5-2 on a bye. Like, you still feel like I like the Seahawks, but I think the Lions might be my second favorite team to watch because they're like, we're still going for it. We're not toning anything down.
Listen, man, with the Lions, I have suffered through an 0-16 season. I have suffered through so many losses. I remember we were at a home game against Columbus 2 years ago when the Lions were in the NFC Championship game against San Francisco. The fourth quarter kicked off when our game started. So the entire time, I'm standing at my table and I'm like, here's Matty Beniers in the corner and over to Shane Wright and back to score. Oh, darn it. Like, I was so invested in the Lions. And then last year we have a playoff game. The Capitals, the Commanders beat the Lions. And I knew going into the game that it was over. So I wasn't as vested in that one because the Lions were down 20 points by the time our game started, but the Kraken have to stop having games on Lions football days. But no, man, like this is our year, like it was last year and the year before that. We're gonna do it.
Do you know who Jason Milne cheers for?
Oh, don't tell me. What do you got?
It's your next opponent. 2 weeks from now is the Commanders. So I've had my share of pain as well. Things aren't exactly going great right now in my world, but I'm going to try and share some of my misery onto you, Everett. I feel it's the only thing I can do. Look, Everett, the naysayers, and hey, I chose, we do preseason picks. I chose the Detroit Lions to beat the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Okay, so there you go. But I will say this, Everett, and I'll say, what say you, young man? The two big dogs that they faced, they got rolled up by the Packers week 1, and then they took a beating from the Chiefs. So this is concerning. What does Everett Fitzsimmons have to say in response to can they handle the big boys?
I don't know what Everett Fitzsimmons would say, but Everett Fitzhugh will say that the Detroit Lions.
I'm sorry.
I'm messing with you. Listen, the Lions, I think, always have had this us against the world view, right? So you go into Baltimore. That was one of the best games I think the Lions have played in a long time. They beat Lamar Jackson. You're right. Week 1 against the Packers was not a good game. The Chiefs game, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I will say that the Chiefs did not have a single penalty called against them. So I'm just saying that the Chiefs had 0 penalties called against them in that game. I think the Lions are capable of beating the big dogs. I don't think we're capable of blowing them away. But I mean, I like that Buffalo Bills pick. But listen, I mean, for as good as Buffalo is, they stumbled in some pretty big games the last few years. So I mean, if it's us in Buffalo, I mean, that game might just last forever because we're just going to keep giving it away on 4th down.
Well, when I find out what Everett Fitzsimmons has to say, I'll report back to Everett Fitzhugh. I'll text Everett Fitzhugh.
Hey, like I always say, if somebody gets my name wrong, I've been called worse.
Worse.
Yeah, I'm Reid Wilkinson still, or Reid Williams to some people.
Just don't call me late for dinner. That's all I ask.
One more. It's another fun one. We love having you so much. But next time we're in Edmonton, we got to get you out to the station.
I will absolutely
see if we can
in the studio.
because sometimes you're in and out so quick. You're good. It looks like you're home for Halloween.
Yes.
So how does that look in the Fitzhugh family?
So I've got a 3-year-old. We are really big. He is really big into PJ masks. And actually, the reason why I was late to the call is because I ordered a Catboy costume. Yes. And it was a little tight, a little snug. So now we're having to alternate on the fly. So I was trying to find some alternates. But this will be my 2nd Halloween home that I get to spend with him. So we're going to go his daycare, a couple of his really good friends in his class. They all live in the same neighborhood. So the neighborhood's hosting a big Halloween party. So I'm going to get the cooler for the parents and push the stroller around. And I'm going to be a big old 6'3" cat boy running around the neighborhoods of Seattle. So I am very, very excited for that.
You've got to send us a picture of this.
Don't worry. There will be pictures. There will be pictures. The original costume, I put it on today, and it came with an MA audience warning because of where it hugged and how tight it was. So we're having to adjust a few things on the fly. My wife / seamstress / fashion designer / stylist is on the case.
Okay, is your wife going as Owlette then?
She's going as Owlette, and he is going to be Gecko. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah.
And he's got no idea. He just thinks that he's going to be Gecko. And he doesn't know that mom and dad are also going to be dressing up as the other two. Yeah.
Well done. Well done, parents.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Everett, this is why we love having you. We talked a lot of sports and we talk a lot of life and we all make each other laugh a lot. I mean, technically, I'm not on the same broadcast. Well, I'm not, but you got to keep Mooner in line tomorrow night. Have a great call as the Kraken take on the Oilers. It's going to be a compelling game, buddy. Thank you so much.
Hey, Reid, Jay, thanks for the time, fellas. Always a pleasure.
That is Everett Fitzhugh, the play-by-play voice for the Seattle Kraken. Amazing guy. Love having him. We could talk to him for hours.
Well, we were a big Owlette family. PJ Masks is 3 characters, 3 kids. They have alter egos: Catboy, Owlette, and Gecko.
So you knew exactly everything.
That's right in my wheelhouse. 3
down.
daughters. I mean, we were Owlette fans. It's a great show. I love PJ Masks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fantastic.
That is awesome. And Seattle, they're 4-2-2. They've gone to overtime a lot. Half of their games have gone to overtime. So they've split those. They didn't have a regulation loss until their 6th game of the season. They lost a back-to-back, Philly and Washington, and then bounced back with, by most accounts, a really good performance last night against the Winnipeg Jets. So good early season showdown here between the Oilers and the Kraken. We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sundays are back at the Canadian Brewhouse. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. We got buying or selling for Damon Bunting coming up. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Here's the Coob.
The Jays open the World Series at home against the Dodgers. Bo Bichette starts at second base for Toronto. He returns from a knee sprain that's kept him out since early September. Ty France has also been added to the roster in place of Yariel Rodriguez. It's Trey Savage, the starter. Blake Snell pitching for LA. First pitch at 6 o'clock. And from E-Town, the Elks battle the Stampeders in their season finale. Catch the Green and Gold kickoff show. Matawanek, J-Milne preview the action with coverage starting at 6:30 only on Edmonton Sports Talk. And 3 games are live in the NHL. Maple Leafs trailing the Sabres 2-1 midway through the first period. Also in the first, it's the Sharks up 1-0. William Eklund scoring for San Jose. They're up 1-0 over the Devils. It's scoreless between the Caps and Blue Jackets. NBA action, the Raptors underway second quarter, 7.5 minutes to go against the Bucks. Toronto leading 35-33 in their home opener. Elsewhere, we see the Hawks down by 3, 13-10 against the Magic. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly welcomes one of today's hottest country stars, Dallas Smith. CCMA award winner, countless chart-topping hits. Dallas Smith, November 1st in the venue. Hurry, get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Canada is ready to party like it's 1993. That's right, the Blue Jays are back in the big one. Create space for your watch party with Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
All right, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Friday night, Game 1 of the World Series is a little over half an hour away. Blue Jays hosting the Dodgers, 7:30 tonight on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Elks against the Stampeders, as the Elks will try to mess it up for the Stamps a little bit by getting a win there. What have the Elks, have they won 5 straight home games or 4 straight? What are we at? I remember when they lost a lot of home games in a row. That sucked. What are we at? They beat Saskatchewan. They beat Winnipeg.
Well, they started with Calgary, right? That was Calgary, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. So that was 3 in a row. And they 4 in a row with the Argos prior to Labor Day.
So the Hamilton loss was the last one at home.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice to get another one tonight. I wouldn't mind that. What time are you in Awanak on?
6:30.
Awanak's here, eh?
Awanak's here.
Doing all this weird stuff. What are you going to do?
He brought in spaghetti.
You guys are eating spaghetti tonight?
We're eating spaghetti for our in-game meal.
Like he's going to heat it up?
He's got pots and pans, Reid.
We don't have a stove.
Well, we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
I have faith in that.
That's kind of him, I guess.
Very. And he brought bread. We're literally going to break bread.
You're going to be well fed. Okay. You can text us, 780-218-9999. Afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. Available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. Okay, what else can we do here? But we got to do buying or selling.
Well, let's do a quick limerick first.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, baby.
First. This comes in from Bronco Nick, he says, hi, Reid and Jay, wherever you are. Well, we're both here now.
We're here.
The weekend is here. Let the batters swing. Can't wait to watch this World Series thing. Les Habs ont perdu. The players were boo-hoo. Go, Jays, go. Hope I don't pull a hamstring.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Les Habs ont perdu. What's that?
I think lost, isn't it? Doesn't that mean the Habs lost?
Could. I guess we can make it up.
Sure. I think that's what that means. Maybe we could ask Chet Palmer. He likes to do things en français. Okay. Oh, man, we love talking to you guys. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. What is Construction Curtis thanking us for? I can't load the texts.
Oh, he asked, what are the Play Alberta codes again?
Oh, nice.
I said EST Sports and EST 50, deposit 50, get 50. You might want to load that up. There's some good plays out there. And he said, thanks, big guy. Well, thank you, Construction Curtis.
That's good. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for listening to the show.
It's a great handle.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or the Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. All right, I've been dying to ask you this all day.
Really?
Buying or selling? Josh Anderson's unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Buying. You can't do that. You can't show up an official in front of everybody. Wasn't it you that has spoken about Rob Brown saying you could literally tell a ref to his face side by side as if you're not really talking to each other, but you're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And you can say really bad things to that ref.
Almost anything. Yeah.
But the second you show up that referee, that official, they have too much of an ego to let that go. Could they? Yes.
Yeah.
Have some? Probably. But in that moment, you just can't do that. You simply can't. And is it right? I don't know. Was it over the line? Was it aggressive? No. But you just can't do that.
Right.
Especially in that instance. Because they're looking for it. You went into the box hot, and the penalties were not in your favor.
Yeah.
They're looking for that. They're looking, say, give me a reason. Give me one reason to make this call. Because I will.
Yeah.
Because I want you to remember who's in control here, buddy.
Yeah.
And it's the guy in stripes.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I didn't see it till even after I was did my hit with Tom yesterday.
It was stick taps, right?
Yeah. And pretty enthusiastic. Like, mock applause.
Like say,
to
hey,
the
way
ref.
to go. Congrats.
Yeah. Don't give him a chance to call something. And I get it that the penalties were, the power plays were lopsided. I get that a couple Montreal penalties can be debated, but nonetheless, don't give the ref a chance to call another one against you.
Well, the Slavkovsky boarding, I'd say that's questionable.
Yeah, I think from the angle the referee saw it, it probably looked worse than it was.
The Matheson interference earlier.
That was a terrible call.
Yeah, but then the Matheson tripping, that's a trip.
And the ref can't say, and I've consistently said this throughout my career, the ref can't say, oh, well, I that's an obvious penalty, but I won't call it because I might have made a mistake earlier. No, you have to call the game.
Yeah.
Don't compound, mistakes on mistakes or just make it get worse and worse. So to me that's unfortunate, but that's part of hockey. Yeah, it was, and then he got a misconduct as well for lipping off later in the game.
Did you hear what Brendan Gallagher said after the game?
I read Caulfield. What did Gallagher say?
Gallagher said they don't need the help. Those players don't need that kind of help.
Well, I think the Oilers did yesterday because I don't think they would have tied that game without the two power plays because they weren't playing well enough.
I mean, when you're on the other end of, 5 penalties and a misconduct to 1,
I get it.
I get it.
But it's also not the ref's job to say, okay, I have to make sure the power plays are even. I mean, it's the ref's job to call the penalties. And if one team is committing more penalties, they should be shorthanded more often. I thought the reffing in Ottawa was worse than last night's
I heard
reffing.
you say that. Yeah.
I thought the reffing was worse in Ottawa and more beneficial to the Oilers in Ottawa. Because McDavid should have got a penalty when the Oilers scored.
The hooking.
Yes.
Yeah. But how often is there this much disparity between the two?
Yeah, I know it's not often, or sometimes it's obvious.
Very rare. But at that moment, and you can only imagine what the refs were hearing from the bench, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
For them to make that call so fast after the stick tap,
that's the thing. They might have just been they had enough. Like, we've warned you to stop talking.
Why were people questioning or wondering if it was about? Was it Matheson that shot the puck out of the net?
No, that was also Anderson.
But that's not a penalty worth, is it?
No, it was because he tapped his sticks.
Right, but I'm asking that. Like, that's not worthy of a penalty, is it? Like, I've seen players do that before.
No, it wasn't for shooting the puck. It was for the stick tapping.
I understand
for the mocking.
That.
Yes.
I get it. But what I'm saying is that wouldn't be worthy of a penalty in any situation, right?
Not unless you shot the puck at a ref or fired it at an opponent or something like that.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I'm buying that 100%. And I know you are.
Yeah. Paulie Deuce says he deserved it. However, the prior calls were quite soft. And I don't blame the Habs for being upset. As a former referee, if I know I made a bad call, I'll eat the chirps and allow the players to say their piece. Yeah, I get that. But again, I think it's because of this. Like, Rob used to say, like, if you stood next to Kerry Fraser and smiled and acted like you were fixing the tape on his stick, you could insult his ancestors and tell him he's the worst referee ever. And he would smile and pretend it's a nice conversation and tell you what a horrible hockey player you are and how you know nothing about officiating.
Right.
But if you did something, like I brought this up, was it last night or on the Hangout? I can't remember. When McDavid got the misconduct a few years ago when he scored on a shootout, and the Oilers earlier had a disallowed goal on video review, and he was like, go upstairs. Yeah. Like, if he skates by the ref and looks like he's celebrating and pump and just says, was that one in?
Yeah.
And skates off, probably nothing happens to him. The ref can't do anything to him. But because he pointed upstairs. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily buy this. Well, the power plays can never be 7 for 1 and 3 to the other team. Like, I used to deal with this with basketball coaches all the time, because when I covered it, Lakeland College and Lloyd, and then when I was lucky enough to do Bears and Pandas play-by-play, like, you'd sit by a bench. There was always an injured player who would just count fouls, like make sure that the fouls were correct, that the scorekeepers were doing it right. And then you'd always hear the coaches like, that's 4 in a row on us. Like, what are you calling? And sometimes they'd be like, well, you've committed 4 fouls in a row. Like, you're playing terrible.
But for that coach to do that coach is also saying, hey,
I know.
They're playing too.
I know.
They're hitting us down low. Even it up.
Well, you're always lobbying for that next call.
That does mean something. I would never caution a coach not to say that, because that usually there isn't a major discrepancy between one team and the other, whether it be fouls or penalties. Usually not, unless something's out of control.
Yeah.
Or one team is much better than the other team. But this is the NHL. You don't see that often.
True. Yeah, fair enough.
Right or wrong.
But I still think
a penalty's a penalty.
Look, if an Oiler did that, you should get a penalty. Like, that's showing up the ref. To me, that was going too far. Buying or selling, you're interested in who's going to host who in the West Division, or are you just more like, let's see how the Elks finish off the season? Have you read all the combinations? They are on the CFL website, which they weren't for a while.
They listened to
bugged
you.
Me. So Calgary has to win tonight to host BC. The only situation in which Calgary can lose and host BC is if Calgary loses, Winnipeg wins, and BC loses. But if BC wins, they host the West Semi. There's one scenario that can have BC crossing over, right? So BC can actually finish second, third, or fourth.
Right.
Winnipeg can only finish third or fourth. Calgary can only finish second or third. It's Calgary-Winnipeg. If Calgary wins or ties, Winnipeg wins and BC loses. Does that make sense? Hamilton's already up 13-0 on Ottawa, by the way. And Hamilton,
right? But if BC wins, they control their own destiny, right?
Right, but Calgary plays first. Calgary plays tonight. BC plays tomorrow. Dusty's doing both those games, right?
Tonight, but Saskatchewan's not going to be dressing anybody.
No, and Rourke,
they want to get that win. They want to get that home.
Yeah. Rourke's going.
So high. You can look at all the metrics you want, all the different possibilities, but BC's going to beat Saskatchewan tomorrow.
So you don't think Calgary has?
I don't think this matters at all.
Do you think, buying or selling, Trey Ford is on the field tonight as a player, not as just a backup?
Selling.
I think so too. I don't think he gets in the game.
No, I don't think so. Because he wasn't even listed as...
He was listed as a third string.
But usually he's been the second string.
Right.
So I don't know that this is... I don't think Trey Ford is an Edmonton Elk next year.
I don't either.
I know Maddie and I are going to talk about that. I don't know if it's... I believe it's probably in the postgame. Because look, there's no playoffs for this team. This is the end of it. This is the last game. This is the last time you'll have a green and gold kickoff and postgame show. But there are questions to be asked. Buying or selling? Is Jake Serezna an Elk next year?
Selling.
I agree.
I think Ed is... Serezna is a very good player. Unfortunately, he got hurt. But the D-line actually got better when he was out. And I don't think it's because he's a bad player, but I think it's because of what you were saying all season long.
Yeah, moving him through. You can't have a player getting paid as much as he does rotating in. So it actually opened a few doors for the Elks on the defensive line due to injury. They had to become by committee.
Right.
Ed's had a light bulb, not that he didn't know, but, different constraints cause you to act differently.
Yeah.
So now he's seeing this saying, oh, okay, well, I know what I'm going to do. There's a lot of questions, I will say, Reid, on both sides of the line.
Yes.
About whether or not they'll be a part of this team next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Because both of them need to, some of them need to have some changes and both I think need to have some changes. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
I don't think the Elks O-line is good enough. I think you're going to see competition at least brought in on that Elks O-line. And the D-line, I think, will look different than it did week one this year.
Yeah, I think it has to. I think they got to look for a receiver. And then, quite frankly, they're going to have to look for a quarterback. I think you have to bring Fajardo back because he's a good quarterback and he's a good safety net. Is he going to power a team to a championship? I know he's done it, but, we've seen in a couple of games, he wasn't as good as the other quarterback.
He could manage a team to a Grey Cup, Reid. He could. But the team around him needs to be substantially better.
Right.
And especially the five guys in front of him.
All right. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere with Play Alberta. You have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Joaquin Gage in the Nasty Chat. Good guy.
Saw him on TV last night.
He made chicken and waffles earlier today for the guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
should have been here, Jay.
You were busy.
Hey, Coob, I was doing my job.
I didn't get chicken waffles.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Oddly, it does. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Usually my faults make everyone feel better, okay, Jay?
That wasn't your fault.
Feels like it.
Just happy I wasn't the only one that missed out. I bet you it was amazing.
I didn't have any either. They were mainly for Tom and for Hernan.
Hernan ate it all, but he said he wasn't too fond of it. It was Popeye's chicken. But he loved the chicken, but he didn't like the combo of chicken and waffles.
Have you ever had chicken and waffles?
I have. Well, once or twice. Yeah, that's fine.
Is it?
I don't live for it, but it's fine.
Right.
It's good.
I don't know that I've had it. I've seen it. I don't know that I've had
they're around.
Chicken waffle sandwich.
They're walking around.
It changed your life.
Keep clicking the thumbs up on YouTube. We need about 15 thumbs to get to 100 for the day.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Our words of the day for Edmonton Public Library when we get back.
Austin Matthews with a power play goal for the Maple Leafs, tying the game at 2 against the Sabres. About a minute left in the opening frame, and at intermission, the Sharks lead 1-0 over the Devils. William Eklund on the board for them. Game 1 of the World Series goes at 6 o'clock between the Jays and Dodgers. Bo Bichette back in the lineup, starting at second base for Toronto. He's been out since early September with a sprained knee, while Ty France makes the roster with Yariel Rodriguez being taken out. Trey Savage to the mound for Toronto. Blake Snell pitching for the Dodgers. In CFL action, the Elks have their season finale at home against the Stampeders. Tune into the Green and Gold kickoff show. Matt Awanek, Jay Milne go live at 6:30 right here on EST to preview the action. Right now, there's one game underway. It's Ottawa and Hamilton going at it. Tiger Cats up 13-0 early in the second quarter. And on the court, the Raptors have their home opener. They're leading 54-52 over the Bucks at halftime. We also see the Magic up by 3 points over the Hawks with 10 minutes to go in the second. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break.
If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Okay, going into the weekend here. Blue Jays game in less than half an hour. Game 1 against the Dodgers. Elks at 7:30, so they're going to play the Blue Jays game on the big screen until kickoff and then have it on concourse televisions during the game. I'm going to go to the Elks game tonight. Why not?
Looks like a beautiful evening.
Nice out?
Well, the window's right there.
Yeah, I can't. That's too much. I can't be trouble to look outside. I'd sooner have you tell me.
I think it's going to be a beautiful, hey, for a game that's happening on October 24th, a night game.
Yeah.
I'd say the weather is quite favorable. Yes, it could be much worse. Right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. So, World Series watch parties at River Cree. All-you-can-eat pub-style buffet featuring a fully loaded hot dog and smoky bar. Ooh. Happy hour, $5.25 drink special. Catch all the action of the ultimate baseball showdown on their big screens, win fan gear, and more amazing door prizes. Tickets $35, taxes and fees. Limited VIP lounge tickets available for $60. So for tomorrow's game 2, doors at 5, the buffet from 5:30 to 8:30. Of course, first pitch just after 6. This is the venue at the River Cree. You can go to Ticketmaster and put this in. The watch parties for the World Series at River Cree. Pretty cool.
Okay, loaded hot dog and smoky bar. Are you going hot dog or are you going smoky?
Hot dog.
And what's a loaded hot dog look like for Reid?
Oh, I don't put a lot on my hot dog.
Right.
Mustard and maybe relish.
Really?
That's it.
Ooh.
That's all I need.
See, I'd go smoky.
Okay.
I'd go sauteed onions.
I'm boring, Jay.
I'd go sauteed onions and some sort of a grainy mustard.
God.
Yeah.
Onions? Like, get out with the onions.
Sauteed, dude.
Yeah, good for them. Like, I only like onions in very specific circumstances.
Like what?
Onion dip. Green onions. Like the crunchy onions? No. Like
sauteed. They're soft and butter filled.
No, that doesn't matter.
Oh, you're missing out. Oh, yeah, I guess you're not.
Maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
Well, I could get a smoky. That would be good too.
The Smokies, I find, have a way higher likelihood of burning the roof of your mouth. Yeah, they're like little pouches of heat. The skin holds all that heat in, where a traditional hot dog might split and let some of that hot air out.
Oh, really?
Be warned, everyone.
Be warned. Okay, where's my word of the day thing? I had it yesterday.
We were right across from the Milne
Library.
There
it is, right here. Oh yeah, you guys were right downtown.
Yep.
How'd you like being downtown? Were you upset?
Yeah. Sure was.
Just being anywhere near downtown upset you.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's great.
Did you park?
People. I did.
What bugs you about it? Just too many people parking?
Well, I had to pay $40 to park. That was great.
That's tough.
And it's just construction and signs and dirty.
There's a lot of
And
construction.
there's just too much stuff going on. I'm
sorry, buddy.
That's okay. Once in a while, it's okay.
Time for our word of the day, presented by Edmonton Public Library. How about their Cooking for a Cause program? This is really good. Perfect team building event or maybe a family gathering. Visit epl.ca/cooking-for-cause or just Google EPL Cooking for a Cause. Really fun thing for a large group, a cooking challenge for a group that's going to be with a chef in the kitchen at Stanley A. Milne Library. Yeah, you were right there today. All right, words of the day.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Okay, first word of the day, benevolent.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Benevolent.
BENEVOLENT. Benevolent means like kind and giving.
What'd you say?
Kind and giving or forgiving. Top 10 easiest word ever.
Well, but just
What's
showed
the
up in my
exact definition?
System. The exact definition of benevolent is marked by or disposed by doing or disposed to doing good.
Right.
Yeah.
You're good.
Well done. Second word of the day, furuncle.
Well, that's going to be a little harder.
Furuncle.
Furuncle?
Furuncle.
Wow. Furuncle.
Furuncle. This is a noun from the medical world.
Wow.
Simplify, Reid. Some might say furuncle.
FURUNKEL. Is it CLE at the end? It's furuncle.
Yeah, but it's pronounced furuncle.
Oh my God.
FURUNCLE.
That's crazy. So I got it wrong. Is this something in the ear?
I think it can be.
Is it a type of pimple?
Whoa! Wow! Good for you. 3 out of 4 again. That's good news.
I don't know if I really got the definition.
Furuncle is a painful, well, you tell me, a painful swelling on the skin that is filled with pus.
Okay.
That's what you just said.
But I took a couple guesses at it, so...
I didn't dock you for that.
All right.
It's Friday, baby.
Yeah, well, because isn't there something called a carbuncle that's
Yes.
like a pimple in the ear or some kind of growth in the ear?
Yeah, there's furuncle and carbuncle. Carbuncle is a cluster of boils that form a connected area of infection. So carbuncle is a cluster, whereas a furuncle is a singular.
Is a singular one. That's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. That's good stuff. Wow, I'm very proud.
Jen Cool says mustard relish and raw white onions is her choice. Charlie Dufault, onions rule.
Yeah, well, you can have them then. I just don't like raw onions, and I don't like onions on pizza.
I'm not opposed to
there's
onions.
a sandwich at Faro that has red onions in it. I can eat those.
Yeah, red onions are top
I
tier.
guess it just depends on the situation.
Like red onions up here, white onions down here, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I can have raw white onion on the right, like a hot dog or a burger.
Really?
Sign me up.
Okay. Well, you'll be signed up for it then. You got to stick around and work more, eh, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you and Awanak have a good night. 6:30, the Green and Gold kickoff show, and then they're on after the game as well. Final ones of the year for the Elks, because this is the end of the line. Tomorrow at 7, Sunday at 7, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola. He'll be on after both games as well. The Oilers in Seattle. Are they playing us off? Oilers in Seattle tomorrow.
I guess it's time to go.
Vancouver on Sunday. They're getting us out of here. Yeah. Maddie's trying to vacuum around our feet right now. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a good weekend.